week. A lot of stuff happened. Probably more than I can cover in a short little recap. But essentially, there was a lot of bad things that happened. So, but you guys did kill the guy you were looking for. Got some treasure. I did read that out to you guys, right?
He just footnoted the fact that we got a room full of treasure and overlaid that with the fact that a bunch of bad stuff happened. We didn't know about that happened. So, here we are.
Darth wrote down the treasures. Because a lot of us weren't worried about getting the treasures after what happened.
Yeah, after everything that happened, we immediately were just like, well, fucking more important shit has just propped up.
Yeah, so I'll do my best to give a quick recap. Last week, you guys had continued your battle into this temple. You guys had done a thorough exploration of the place. There was a moment in time where you guys found this last treasure room, and you guys got to work on the Captain Kane, who you found the ghost of, leaving Una and Brecken alone with Captain Two Toes. Ill fate has beset Captain Two Toes as Nichek made the decision to stay in the room fighting off the undead pirate, which he finger blasted him with his finger of death that he casted from his mask for the first time.
Finger banged him to death.
Which it honestly is better that I did that than cast Blight, because Blight would have.
It would have been bad.
Would have rated everybody.
Can we rename the spell to the finger blast? I just, I would like to. I'd like to make that motion. Can it be seconded?
Second.
Una will third
All
that.
in favor?
I.
All in favor?
Avril doesn't know how magic works anyways. It just looks like a finger blast to him.
I object. I call for finger bang.
He also doesn't know how finger blast works.
No, that's what Eldritch Blast is.
It makes sense.
It did make a noise. I don't know if bang is quite accurate.
No, the
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast is finger bang.
The last portion of which that came with some repercussions, as Nichek was almost tempted to finger blast Runner as well. However, he managed to stop it from happening. But Runner, you also grabbed the shiny-looking black sword, which you know to be Black Blade, which may have some ill-intended consequences or benefits, depending on how you look at it, I suppose. So,
also didn't have a chance to check that out either. I broke a statue.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I kind of had to catch that one before it went out. Fell to the ground. And I haven't had any time to identify it or anything because we've been.
You murdered someone immediately after that.
Yeah, we've been having to. Well, knee was a little scary, and then we had to bury somebody. So I'm currently outside helping Blackwell. But I do have the thing. I'll just say, like, I tied a linked a rope or something to it to carry it on my back so it doesn't go missing. And then
imagine Runner just pulling this sword behind him on a rope.
yeah, just fucking. Well, I don't want to let it on my side. It's the whole reason we came here, and it could potentially kill Bolus, right? Like this thing can't go missing. It can't fall into the wrong hands. Like, no, this could be the saving of an entire plane. So I don't want to let it out, but I may occasionally need two hands. So during those times, I'll just try to tie it as best as I can on my back, and then help pick up rocks to create a grave.
So as you guys are pretty worn out from this battle, I imagine, you guys, I think we left off, the exact point we left off was Avril discovered the body of, well, what remains of Captain Two Toes, and you wanted to have a talk with everyone, and in the meantime, you guys wanted to take care of burying her properly first. And also, Blackwell, I believe you grabbed a piece of her. For later purposes.
Lock of hair. That sounds wrong.
Yeah.
I definitely extended the invitation to everyone, but directed the invitation at Nichek, and Una.
Yeah, Una is sitting in the treasure room now with Nichak.
Yeah, they seemed in a compromised position at the time. That's kind of why I left to go help Barry Two Toes. So
Yeah, and if they didn't leave, I'm not going past the entrance. I'm sitting right outside the entrance waiting for them to walk out because, like I said, I'm trying to talk to them.
yeah, but still give them time to react.
Yeah, still give them time to work through some shit because, like, you know, a lot of stuff just happened. But
Sure.
I'm also not letting them fucking skate on it. It's just like a dad that's been like, you're not fucking going to your room because you don't want to talk to me. Like, we're having this conversation.
You're busted, kids. You're busted.
I think
That's a great way of looking at it.
it's a lot of blasting and busting going on. There is a moment where like Nichek's visibly like upset, kind of like shaking back and forth and like trembling, but all of a sudden like those trembles like become a little more regular, and he kind of switches from like a scared tremble to a like laughing tremble as like knee goes into that like cackle of like, this is why I did all this. Like, ha, I saved everybody. I did it. Like, yeah, I mean, I might have, done something, but I didn't. So like, it's all good. Everything's fine. As knee goes from crying to laughing while sitting there with Una.
And Una is back to regular size. My token is huge still from being an ape.
Right. There we go.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have fit through the door.
Right. Okay. So, Avril, you said you're hanging out outside. I should be able to see in that darkness now, or where I had the darkness.
I'm stuck in a wall.
Sweet. Okay.
I think I'm in a wall too. Oh no, I see me. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I'm just waiting right outside of wherever they're having their chat. Basically waiting my turn.
Me,
It's
what did
kind
I
of like
miss?
the sub layers of like civilized society. Like he knows that there's something important he has to talk about, but he also understands that there's etiquette.
For sure. Okay. So, yeah, Una and Nichek, you guys are left alone in the mound of treasure before you.
Una is like, upon seeing Nichek shaking, she will like hug him, but upon hearing him laughing, she'll kind of jolt back, like, "Wait, what? What did I miss? What did you do? Like, are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm very powerful.
Well, duh.
Like, whoa. I was scared and I thought everybody was gonna die and you weren't responding, and so
Yeah,
like,
I was tangling with Two Toes.
yeah, I totally get it. Like, fuck that bitch. I mean, yeah, you don't steal from people. That's rude. Like, I mean, I've like stolen things before, but like not from you guys,
Yeah. You don't fuck with me, period. But still.
I had this massive urge to like get all the treasure in here. And I mean, kind of normal, right?
Yeah.
And then like Runner went and tried to take something and it made me really, really mad.
Ooh.
But then it was fine. Like I didn't. It was.
You got angry. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You actually got angry, and you did something with it. Oh my gosh.
I killed the ghost thing. Like I did that. Everybody was like not even moving. Runner's like, we need help, and I was gonna go, find you, but now I didn't, and then I killed him, and I blew him up.
Una will like kind of put Nichek in like a little bit of a headlock and give him like a little noogie and be like, I am so proud of you, little brother.
Thanks, sis.
And I'm not mad at you anymore, by the way.
Well, that's good. I didn't do anything.
No, I meant with the face pulling and what happened with Brecken, and I shouldn't have been mad at you, and it's been a crazy week. I put my anger on you when I shouldn't have, so I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry for putting you into a situation that you didn't necessarily want to be in.
Well, I think you and I are good now, right?
Oh, totally.
And this
was
holy fuck.
totally worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
I agree. Although I don't think the others believed me about the bag thing, so I'm going to come clean with you.
What do you mean?
She didn't try to take my bag, me.
Oh. Well, what happened then?
You know me. I hate goblins, and you're the only one who knows the real reason why I hate goblins. Besides the whole kissy thing.
Yeah.
You know my. I got a feeling that's coming out. They're going to have to know sooner or later about the gang, and yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not really right to just like hate people for looking like they're not all the same,
No, but I was judged. My sister was judged, and then just because we have these fire powers, and it's just we'll probably have to talk about it later. But
two wrongs don't make a right, sis. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, but come on, you know me. I'm an agent of fucking chaos. And besides, it's like what is she gonna do with all of this? And Una motions for like around the treasure room, like what? She can't take this with her, and we can't take her with us, and like, and you know what? No. We need our own treasure pack. Like seriously, like if when I take out Rakdos, I'm gonna need a fucking place to hide, and I'm gonna need gold to sit on. And you know what? This is like the perfect place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking long term. Well, they're all looking short term. Like once we take out this fucking dragon, we got a little horde here. Like this shit is huge.
I mean, I get it. I get it. I don't think that we should just systematically murder things.
Well, it's either, she die now or die later or die when we come back.
So you just like stabbed her or something?
I turned into a giant ape and I flung her around the room. Into lots of itty bitty little pieces. I originally was thinking, just whack her, break all the bones in her body, throw her in a chest, and then push her into that dark room that no one can see through. But I got a little carried away.
Yeah.
Sis.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I am within earshot.
But it looks amazing. It was chaos, and it was just
Yeah, maybe let's try to work on that.
Maybe okay. Maybe. Well, all right.
I should probably go say sorry to Runner.
Oh, What did you do to run? Well, oh right.
Well, I killed the thing, and then he grabbed the treasure, and it made me mad. So I pointed my finger at him, and then I don't really I don't really know.
Yep.
It felt like I was about to like just finger blast him. So
Oh. That thing didn't make you do it, and she tugs on your mask a little bit, like your face mask. Like this didn't do that, did it? That was you.
well, I mean,
It's that time.
I definitely used my mask.
Okay. Just, I'm still worried about you because we don't know what that whole thing, is gonna do.
Oh, it's really strong.
Yeah, obviously you took out a fucking ghost pirate king thing or statue, or I wasn't in here to see what happened, but obviously you did awesome. I'm super proud of you.
Don't really know how long that things were happening before I got in here, but I feel like I did it all by myself.
Long enough for me and Brecken to take out Two Toes. She helped.
Yeah.
By the way, Blackwell already knows, and I didn't tell you, but Brecken's my girlfriend. That's why I got mad.
Oh. You mean you got a girlfriend before I did?
Well, mine's tiny, obviously.
Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm
older than you. I'm supposed to get the girlfriend first.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well,
I just want to love someone.
she can love you too, right, Brecken? You can share. I can share you with him, right?
I have a +6.
Well, I mean, you still got.
Yeah.
I mean, we can try it sometime. I guess maybe talk about it.
That, You and her can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Look, chaos. That's just us. You know us. Wild, crazy, stupid shit.
I didn't know that was about to. I didn't know that's where that was going.
No.
Okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I-
Come on. No,
it was,
you don't get my girlfriend. You get your own.
well, I'm really confused now.
God, I love you. You're a little nut. And she gives him another noogie.
Yeah, stop.
Sorry, I'm probably coming off a murder high.
I mean, I feel good too. I feel good too.
Yeah.
I gotta go find Runner though.
Yeah. I'm going to scoop as much of the shit as I can into my bag because it's just lots of crap.
Yeah. Thanks, sis.
You're welcome.
Bye,
all right, go find Runner, and I will. I'll make my way out of here eventually. Brecken, honey, kissy.
So as Una hangs back to stuff as much treasure as she can fill her packs with, Avril, you're waiting outside of the door, and you see Nichek open the door and walk near you.
I would be like, I would first say a word.
Paradigm.
Hilarious.
Joke?
No.
Yes.
Nice try. Failed the game.
That's 2 words.
So-
That's 2 words. That's 2 words.
He's just like he actually turned it into a fucking game. Okay, so no, we're not doing that. So here's the deal. Like, now listen, Nichek, you did good.
Thanks.
You successfully didn't kill your friend, and that is the height of your accomplishments tonight.
Well, I mean, Really? You think so?
Well, you could have killed that thing with your own powers. Would not have been too hard. Your magic is very powerful.
Yeah, but
But
it
you
sometimes
chose
takes a long time.
sometimes, yes, but you could have done it.
I like
So, A, you
pull
risk.
I like pull my cards off like out and be like, look, this is what I had, and it's 2 arms of Hadar, like an earth tremor that could have brought the whole temple down, and Crown of Madness, and then there's a super leafy.
I would just like fold the cards back together and like kind of like push them back into his hand and be like, yes, but you were there.
Oh yeah,
You,
yeah.
you made the correct decision. Don't get me wrong. I'm not littling what you did. But
Okay.
you barely contained yourself, yes? Remember what we talked about. Being powerful is one thing, but being able to control your power is another.
Yeah.
You did good. You did very good.
Well, thanks. I'd never I'd never actually tried to use this thing before. I just like pull on my cheek a little bit.
And I mean, it was a fantastic first try, but maybe
It was pretty intense, huh?
we have a bunch of very clinical minds here. I'm not one. What you did is what I would do. And I've learned that what
Cool.
I would do isn't always the best choice. Maybe let's try to figure out what you can do so we can
Okay.
figure out what you know what I'm saying? It's you have the ability to do things that don't make sense. For me, I don't do magic. I punch things. And you basically bended reality for a little bit there.
Well,
And
really?
yeah, there was I would say that me with my ability to sense mana and everything would see how much he twisted the mana to do what he did.
I'd say you could definitely sense the drawing on the black mana surrounding the area and definitely pulling it into
Yeah.
reality.
So he was using the thing I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna put it this way, like the thing that I've understood through every universe across the whole plane so far, you use the thing I don't. And I
Pretty
don't know
cool.
what happened with it, but I can't touch what you used. And I can touch what everybody uses. And I feel like that for Avril is like a point of like assurance that like yeah, they might be able to do crazy cool magics, but like I know how to touch fire itself. But I mean I can't do anything cool with it yet, but I mean I could touch it though. Like so like that's for him. He's just like, yeah, no, I understand it at its basis level. It's like fireball is fire elements doing their thing, but what you just did is something I don't understand. And I feel like it has to do with the unraveling of this plane and what's going to make it explode. And so, like, I like that you were able to accomplish what you were trying to do with it, but also, me and you both know that you almost killed all of us.
Well, I mean, how 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 do how do we know?
And so I saw him about to cast the spell with that look in his eyes, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was like face to face with me, and I was just like, I at the very least know that you were going to try to kill Runner.
I mean, not that wasn't on purpose.
That's a problem because it was
Well-
going to happen.
Well, but it didn't.
You're right, but so every time that you toss a coin and it lands on heads and you call it, then that's just the way it should be, or would you rather have a way of making it heads every time?
Well, having like a weighted coin's cheating.
Maybe a bad example for a gambler, but so you understand as me as a woodsman. If I go out to hunt,
Mhm.
I know where I can hunt and I can get my kill.
Mhm.
And I can feed myself for a month.
Okay.
What you did was happening upon a kill. And yes, we were all able to come out on top. And that's good. We fed ourselves for a month. But if you didn't come across that outcome,
Mhm.
Runner would be dead.
Are,
I would be dead.
are you sure?
I'm not very big on magic itself, but what you were casting is far, far out of my purview.
I mean, I'd
You
never
would
done
draw
it before.
from the
I'd never done it
black
either.
mana itself. Whatever you were doing was drawing directly from black mana.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know.
So, wouldn't you rather know than guess? You want to protect us, right?
Yeah, of course.
You almost killed us.
Yeah.
But you're still hesitant to decide whether or not you should do some training on your newfound gifts.
I mean, I'm willing to train for them and figure out what they do. If that's what you think I should do. Everybody's always made me feel scared, like I shouldn't want to do this.
Well, it shows me now that you are capable of stopping at a certain point, but it doesn't seem like you're able to control the output. I don't know anything about magic, but I will gladly work with you to um, solidify this as one of your forms that you can use confidently and not with losing control. Because I've not seen my life flash before my eyes many times, Nichek. And that moment, I knew that if you wouldn't have maintained control, all of us would have been dead.
Well, uh, I'm really glad that uh that didn't happen.
Me too.
And I'm really glad that you think I should try to use this more and figure it out.
Well, we talked about this before. I told you as long as you showed me that you were able to control it, that I would do anything I could to help you master it. And you showed me that you were able to control it. It was close, and it was terrifying. But
Thanks.
I'm a man of my word. So, let's figure this shit out.
Yeah. I'm super down. Did you know that Una actually like that Tutos didn't steal from Una?
He goes, on that note, maybe you should go and have a chat with Blackwell. He seemed to have wanted to talk to you. I do need to
me?
have.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna go say sorry to Runner. Do you know where they are?
Yeah, I know. I know you didn't say anything. I was just me just coming off the top of my head with a random thing. I will point you in the direction of Runner and be like, he's this way.
Okay.
So,
Because I don't know anywhere where anyone went after they left the doors. So like everywhere that anyone that he asked me where they're at, I pointed the doors and like they went that way.
Can't see us.
I never left that chamber. So if you went past the doors and then continued on, I don't know where you went. All I know is that you went through the doors.
The doors are open.
Well, it leads straight out, so you get an idea of where they went. They probably went outside the way he pointed.
Yeah, I mean, I at the very least know that they went out of the doors, and if they continued straight out through the chamber, I can give you that they went out of the chambers. But I'm just saying, in character, I didn't leave out of these underground hallways. So if there was someone that I couldn't see going somewhere, I couldn't see them going there.
So, as you guys begin to start to part ways, Blackwell and Runner, you guys find some stones to bury the remains of what's left of Two Toes. What are you guys doing in the meantime? What are you talking about?
Yeah, go ahead.
If Runner was joining me, I would immediately bring up the Black Blade.
Oh yeah. It looks like we finally got it. We'll have something to, at least that, likely to wound the bolus.
All right, we'll need to identify it before we fully put it to use.
Do you want me to do that now, or should I wait until we finish burying Two Toes?
It shouldn't take long to bury Two Toes using mold earth.
Okay. Well, finish helping you, and then we'll check it out. We'll see what we got. We know a little bit. We know it's killed an elder dragon before, but that's about all we got. So it would be nice to cast Identify and see what's up.
Right. As I'm burying, Runner would see me place the spyglass and half of our diamond in the grave with her.
Ooh, that's expensive.
He'd be like, "That's our payment we promised."
Oh, I see what you're doing. Does the people of Kaladesh believe in like a cosmic balance or something? Is that?
The people of Kaladesh believe in a cycle. Everything in that cycle leads to constant continuation.
That's
all I
interesting.
know is that I stick to my promises.
I can understand that. My people just believe don't die.
Sounds like you've had a much more difficult upbringing.
Yeah, I didn't really have a lot of time for what might come after. We were just trying to make sure this part lasted as long as it could. At least that's the way my mom always put it.
Oh man, I wish I could have heard that.
All right. So, Blackwell, I'm going to go ahead and give you a point of inspiration for a noble deed with Two Toes.
Dad, woo.
Yeah, buddy.
As you guys finish up your work here and get ready to cast Identify, Una, you have shoved your packs full of gold and treasure as much as you can carry.
Yay.
You saw Nietzsche head out the door. You're alone with Brecken right now. You hear some shuffling at the door as Avril opens the door to greet you.
Avril, what's up?
We need to have a talk.
Oh, shit.
So,
What?
why did you kill her?
What do you think? I told everyone don't leave me alone with the goblin.
That seems like a very bad excuse to kill someone that has helped us so much get to where we're at for no excuse other than you don't like them. And not them, just goblins.
Una kind
So
of
you're
does a
saying
audible eye
me
roll
as a
at
king-
Avril.
So I'm a king, yes?
Yes.
I'm not a human. If a human did something to me, and I decided that all humans are bad, and then just decided to kill every human that I could find. How does that look?
Obviously bad. I had a
So
feeling
you,
that you're going to give me the Mortal Compass lecture, so Una is going to set herself on the small gold pile and dig her boots in and look at him.
so now you have decided that because of a wrong to you, and as I understand it, was a great wrong by this individual, yes. But you decided that now all goblins should pay for their crimes.
Because they judged me first.
So you being the cult of Rakdos, I should be able to judge you for the crimes that they did during their Inquisition. The ones that ended up murdering multiple of the people that we know and taking over a large portion of the cult. And reviving a demon lord that is going to murder. How many people did you say it was he was going to kill when he revives?
Probably a bunch. I don't know an exact number.
A lot.
No, I was asking that to Una.
Oh.
Okay.
Probably a lot.
Oh, okay. And so I should be okay with you just killing this individual. Knowing that you have aligned yourself now multiple times against my morals. I've decided to protect everyone in this group.
And you don't think I want to protect everyone here too? Nichek was flirting with her.
Yeah.
That's another reason.
What did she do to not deserve that? Nichek is a wonderful man. She was a wonderful woman.
She wasn't good enough for him.
Ah. Is that for you to decide? Are you a god now?
I want to be.
Not yet.
That was good.
But
All
you're
right.
not yet.
Avril, I'm going to point out something here. Because I'm not exactly human, obviously. You know
Me either.
that I'm practically a fire genie, as some people have described. But,
No, I see it.
yeah. It's more than just a kiss thing with the goblins. Where I grew up, my kind were treated like second-class citizens. And so when I went to jail, the one person who was supposed to be safe wasn't. And you want to know who killed her? A group of fucking goblins. Every single one in the goddamn village. So I have a reason to hate them more than anything. They can't be trusted.
So, in your plane, in your existence, from your knowledge, in your experience, goblins can't be trusted.
What's to say I haven't seen anywhere else different?
We haven't. There was goblins that went to school with us. There was goblins that we've been in every area that we've been in. And never once have any of them done anything so untoward. I understand that goblins are an issue for you. But you cannot justify what you did based on the goblins of your world, knowing that now we have the ability to travel between worlds. The rules don't follow us. The rules only are.
Well, I like breaking rules, and you know that.
I know this, but if our duty is to protect life, goblins are a part of that life. If we're trying to stop Bolus, we may need goblins as allies. And this ally could have been great.
Really? How is she gonna get off the fucking island, Avril? She don't have a ship.
It does. Who knows?
Yeah, no. That's see, you're not thinking like I am, okay?
No,
I
but think about
sped
how
the
I am.
process rather than her dying by being abandoned here by us. Because we can obviously leave whenever we want. Because we
Before
have the
I was
ability.
able to do any of this, I could have escaped this island. It wouldn't be actually very hard. There's
No.
plenty of resources here. I could even live here, thrive here, use what was here to build an empire myself. It's not that we are powerful, therefore we are important. It is that we are able, therefore we are important. She was able to do everything she could do with her own power, and if without her, we would never have gotten here. So you're saying that the person that was the keystone for us finding the sword that we sought is not important?
You do have a slight point there.
She could do anything that she needed to do. She couldn't do anything, but she could do anything she needed to do. She fulfilled her course in destiny by providing us what we needed to save reality. And you chose to kill her.
Okay.
You could have chosen not to.
But I wouldn't have been an agent of chaos if I didn't.
Is chaos worth it in a world where nothing survives?
It is when you
How
want
well
to
do you
become
think
the
that
new
we will
god of
hold up?
chaos.
How well do you think that we would hold up if you gave your powers to Polus? The ability to create chaos, to destroy the world and everything in it, destroy universe and reality itself. You do understand the consequences of what we're fighting against, right?
Oh yeah,
We're not
I know.
playing a game.
But life is a game. Just you got to make sure you're on the winning side.
If we're going to be on the winning side, we need to know if we can trust you. Because as of right now, as it stands, I don't believe that we're on the winning team, and I may just have to walk. If I can't trust my teammates to make correct decisions to help the people that have already helped us, how do I know I'm on the right side? If you decided to murder the one that helped us get here, and Nichek almost kills off half of her own friends, although it wasn't his fault, he is dealing with some serious shit right now.
Yes.
But you aren't. You should be able to make that distinction.
How about this? I'll make a deal with you of if we hire somebody again, I won't kill them. Will that work for you?
No.
What a deal.
I need to know that you're okay with us doing what we need to do.
I'm okay
You
with
won't
what
just
we need
kill
to do.
anyone because you decided to. Because that was the reason you killed them. It wasn't because of your past trauma, and I understand that may have played into it. But your up and comings was you deciding to do that. If past trauma was a reason for you to kill people, I would not have a kingdom left. They would all be ashes. So past trauma isn't the reason you need. It's current reason. It's the reason why you need to wield your powers. We're doing this to save reality. If Boros wins, we all lose. And if I can't trust you, then I need to find a better team.
Okay, maybe. All right, fine. Maybe I went a little
Imagine
overboard. No, I did. Okay, I'll
or
admit
anybody that
I went
knew how to
overboard.
drive a ship. I don't know how to drive a ship. Do you know how to drive a ship?
No.
Now we don't have somebody that knows how to drive a ship. That could have come in very important in our final battle, or any battle, as a general or as any like. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes.
They put themselves in our path to help us succeed, and now they're pretty colors all over a wall.
Okay. I'll admit I went too far. I'm smart enough to admit a mistake. So I'm sorry, Avo. I killed our potential ally that could have helped us.
Now, thank you for that. I will follow that up with who did wrong you, because I'm working on a few moves. And there seems to be no better target to practice new deadly moves than the people that deserve it.
This is true. Look.
As you know, I do not like to practice deadly techniques on humanoids unless they explicitly deserve it. Now, if you can prove to me those who wronged you deserved it, seems a good practice choice for me.
All right. Right now isn't a good time to reminisce about it, but I will just simply say that. All right. You know what? No, I'm going to say it anyways, because it's gonna come out. Nichek knows, but no one else does. But yes, I do know who fucked up my entire life. You realize that me going to Strixhaven was my last chance, right? At anything. Like it's parole.
Well, it seems to have worked out for you.
Yes, it
Kind
has.
of been tasked with saving everything.
Yeah, well.
Well, I guess maybe it didn't work out, because, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, well, okay. I told everybody about the goblin who stole my first kiss, but that's only part of it. Yes, I burned down half the village because I got angry at the person and torched their house, and then the fire jumped. And anyways, while I was in prison serving my time for that, the goblin who was behind the whole prank, his family took it a little personal. Made it a gang or mob affair. And they ended up killing the only family I had.
Say even a mob goblin. God damn it.
Pun
Damn,
not intended.
Goblins.
How dare you?
Mafia gob. Mafia goblins.
Right there. Blame up so cleverly. It was just so
I
perfect.
set it up and you took it. Thank you. Wasn't even thinking about it.
I couldn't let that one go. I'm like, carry on. I was like, that one couldn't get passed up.
You broke me. Anyways. My sister only had me. There's a reason I'm so attached to Nichek. I let her down by getting my ass thrown in jail because I threw a temper tantrum.
That sounds pretty accurate to what's going on now.
Kind of. Every time I got out, I tried to hunt them down. The Valkyries would pick me up and throw me back into jail. I told them I'm trying to do justice. They said no. That's why I'm going after every goblin. Because I don't know who's affiliated within that family still. Because they ran and left the plains. So every goblin is a target. That's why, Avril.
All right, that's fair. But let's be real here. This one, pretty clear not.
This one might have been one of the good ones.
Pretty clear. Like, it's very, very open and very clear communications between the two parties.
Yes, and I tried to keep my distance. I tried to behave. I'll admit it. It's just too tempting to not ignore that there was a goblin in me in the room. Okay, I'll just...
Here's the other thing. Hear me out.
Yes.
I could just go up and be like, hey, you guys did this? And then, depending on their answer, then we can kill them. Or not.
They're very good at disguising their intent.
Lie, right? I don't know. But if you guys can tell, that would be awesome.
So we're looking for a plain walking goblin?
Wait, is
A
he a
group of
planeswalking goblin?
More like goblins, plural.
How in the fuck?
Group of planeswalking goblins. Okay.
It's a big family affair.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like, all right, so like again,
they're big time assholes. Okay.
That Two Toes was a planeswalking goblin. That raises like it would be better for you to think that you just wanted to kill her. You know what I'm saying? Because now that just raises so many more questions. If you thought that she was now capable of planeswalking.
Avril, she works on a ship. She runs into other travels. Do you think for a second if she ran into like one of those goblins and they like were they're looking for me, by the way, because they know I'm after them.
Specifically as for this question, first person to ask that. He grew up in a kingdom where he is royalty, and he decided to leave because they all sucked.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, he's been in an area where there's a whole bunch of people that were like, yeah, come this way, it's great. And he was like, nah, fuck you. Yeah, so, like, he's just like, nah, that sounds terrible. I'd hate it. No, sounds terrible. I would have been like, no, I'm not about that, and then left. So, I don't get what you're saying at all. And he just routes it right back to, like, don't be a bad person.
Fine.
Like, this wasn't a bad person. You could have just, like, rated it that. Don't rate it on if a goblin would have done this or if this would have done that. Just rate it on this person didn't try to kill us.
Yeah, like we ran into that gang goblins. They were
like I said, I did too much. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I apologize. Can we move on now?
Yeah, you crotchety old man.
Can you move on now?
God damn it.
I'm
a crotchety old man.
I can certainly try, you crotchety old goat.
All right. Next time, we're fucking fighting. For real this time.
I can take you.
I can see by the look on your face you think you're serious, but that's good. That's good shit. That's good shit. He pats you on the shoulder and walks out of the room.
5 cents.
Una will look over at Brecken and go, if I can get him with my wand of web, he toast.
5 sessions from now, Avril puts all of his points into one attack. Una dispels it.
Counterspell!
It's not magic.
I still have it! I still have 2 counterspells.
You can't dispel my shit. It's not magic. My character is legitimately built to fight magic casters.
I hate you.
I'm just saying, it's not gonna go good. but I would love for it to play out. It would be amazing.
Someday, Una and Avril will have a tango again, like they did outside of the bar.
I was gonna say, like, I was rolling with that one with all of my worst abilities, and we came out even.
Oh, Avril, do you have the bearskin rug, or do I have that?
Oh, it's in my bag.
I have a theory. How about this? I will show a sign of good faith to you. I have a theory about something. I can turn into a bear.
Not this shit.
And
Wait. Did you say you're gonna turn into a bear?
just hear me out. Let me finish my idea before you get all cuckoo and happy about what you possibly might be able to do. I turn into a bear that looks exactly like your rug. You then shave off hairs off my form, and we stick it to the rug to fix it.
Holy shit. Okay. I like where your head's at. I was thinking, now I get to box a bear. But I like
No,
where you're
if
thinking
you
better.
want to box a bear, I can turn into a bear and we can tango anytime. You just say the word. You know I'm up for that
Okay,
shit.
let's shave, and then I will box shaved bear. Yeah?
You don't get to bald me, okay? You're only getting enough hairs to fix the frickin' rug.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
But I will point out something here.
Didn't box a bear.
I will point out something. I don't know if it will actually cut my real hair, and I'm very attached to it as it flames up for a second and then flames down.
Your hair is fire.
Yeah, it's fire ashy-ish when depending on my mood. It's moody hair. But think about it.
All right,
You
so-
would have a bearskin rug
Expert
with moody
in all
hair.
As you know, I'm an
It'd
expert
be
of all
able to
things.
tell when you're in a mood instead. Think about that. That would be a really cool fucking rug.
What is mood?
How you feel? Gosh.
Oh, like when you people.
Have you
Get
ever heard of
angry.
a mood ring? You know, it changes color
Oh, yeah.
based on your mood? Yeah, think
Yeah,
of
I
that,
told them all
except
the
it's in your freaking carpet. So anyone who
Great
walks
money
on
to
it,
do
you
it.
could see it.
I don't like it.
Cool. Fine. You know what? We'll just stick with the balding bear idea, and we just stick
I
the
just
hairs
like
onto
it
it.
being regular bear carpet. It's just supposed to be carpet.
Fine. When we get back to Ravnica, we will go get your fucking rug fixed, okay? I will pay for it, and I will do the whole bear body shippy thing and have them go rap off me.
You just got like a thumbs up. Yeah,
All right. Good. All right.
that sounds good. 'Cause
Now,
what you were saying sounded like a lot of other things.
well, I'm thinking of if, it does come from my actual hair and not the hair of, Magic Bear. I don't know if it will work or not, but, it's
Carpet, but also bear.
a
I
bear
will
rug.
point out that that's not how bear rugs work.
Carpet is also a bear. Sometimes I want to take it and ride to the bathroom. I ride on my carpet to the bathroom, and then it becomes carpet again.
Whoa.
And then when I
whoa.
want to go back
I'm gonna
to the
interrupt
living
you
room,
guys.
it becomes bear, and then it takes me to.
What was that,
then
Bob?
It becomes carpet.
I'm gonna interrupt you. Okay.
Carpet bear.
Bear is dead already. Go ahead.
So as you guys, Blackwell and Runner, or the rest of you guys make your way outside, Nietzsche, you're also heading outside. Runner and Blackwell, as you guys finish burying the body and giving off your goodbyes and send-offs and what have you, you guys take a break in the jungle heat, slouching next to a rock to kind of look over this black blade, which Runner was going to cast Identify with. I assume Ritual cast, correct, Runner?
Yeah, it's been a long day and could be longer, so I will definitely ritual cast.
Okay, so you start to spend your time looking over the blade. You glance at it, you kind of notice a few things about it that are magical. But then you start to use your magic within your tattoos to release a spell to cast onto the blade. However, as it comes out of you, you realize that you look back and you see your body start to fall. Blackwell, you can see Runner slump over and his eyes seem to go back in his head for a moment. Uh, Runner, as you look back, you instinctively try to grab at yourself, but your body falls into a black puddle at your feet. And you look around and realize you're standing in this dark void. And in the distance, you can see mountains rising out of the water. You see above you the sky is filled with the the brightest stars you've ever seen. It looks almost unnatural. You try to like figure out what's going on before you hear a voice call out to you.
You have taken my sword.
Hello? Who is this?
My name is Dekon the Blackblade, and you have the sword that I have crafted.
Oh, I read about you and when I was researching this blade. Yeah, we seek to kill a dragon of some sort, and I was hoping that this would help, assist somehow.
You see this figure come out of the darkness beyond and steps up to you. He's wearing this like jade green, almost corroded looking armor as he steps up. His face is shrouded by most of his helm, but all you can see is a black face with glowing red eyes and sharp, gnarled teeth as he steps up to you. And he says,
This blade will come with a cost. I paid my price. Now you will bear my visage if you continue to choose to use the sword.
Wait, so you want me I have to agree to something to use this?
You just have to agree to use the sword, and the rest will take place.
Bear this sword. You're saying the cost is to bear your visage? I mean, that doesn't. How bad can that be?
Our souls will merge.
Okay, that's a little bit more. Will I still be me?
Some of you will also be me. We will be one.
Yeah, but afterwards, will I still be in control? Will it be how will this change who I am?
It may. You will be in control. However, I can't promise that your life's memories will remain.
Okay. I mean, how bad could it be? Yeah, I'll agree to that. To bear the blade, I'll bear a part of your soul.
as you see a smile come from his gnarled teeth, a shining golden glow starts to emerge from the darkness beyond, and you see a armor-clad young man. He's got long black hair tied into like a single braid. He's got like a beard that has chops that comes up to the center of his cheeks, and he wears this golden and silver armor with a blue cloak dangling from it. Says, "Are you sure you're prepared for this, young man?"
Oh, you definitely seem kinder than the last guy. Is there a lot of you in here?
It's only the previous wielders. I have placed magic on the blade to ensure that it falls into the hands of one that is willing to do good in the world.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound bad at all. Of course, that's ultimately what I'm hoping to use this blade to kill a dragon that threatens an entire plane.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping to hear. You must pick up where I left off. I tried to do the same once, but I was captured before I could take the Black Blade back.
Who were you trying to kill?
The dragon god himself, the god pharaoh. He's known by many names. Nekul Bolas.
That's why I seek the blade.
Get the vengeance on the dragon god that I never could. And he
Winter's
hands
feeling
out.
pretty good right now. He feels like this is working out.
He lays out his sword. The other guy I forgot to mention puts his sword out, kind of between you two, and this new figure places his blade atop the others. And you hear another voice coming out of the darkness. Is what have we here?
Oh no!
Oh. So many voices in his head.
I guess you did. I guess you had the sword at one point. There's a statue of you.
I did. Now, what are you willing to do for me?
Well, I'm not going to make another statue. That's for sure.
I don't expect you to. I expect much more than a statue.
Well, the other two made me agree to something. What do you want?
I want you to return me to the land of the living so I may pirate yet again.
Wait, what? How do I do that?
Well, you're already halfway there.
Wait, what does that mean?
You'll find out in time. You'll find me, my soul. Just aid me in getting back to the land of the living.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. If I somehow end up close or where you are, then I swear I'll do my best to bring you back.
That's what I like to hear. And he kind of smirks as he places his blade on top of the three. And the blades rise up out of their hands and start to mold into a single blade as the figures disappear into the dark abyss around you. And you can see the blade float as this black-purple light emits from the sword. And you can feel something inside of you ripping out. And it looks like you're looking into a mirror almost as you see a similar version of you, but slightly different, take form as whatever's being ripped out of you transfers through the blade and comes out the other side into this other figure in front of you. But before long, you start to realize that you're no longer looking at that figure. You are looking at the remains of what you once were being sucked into the sword.
Oh, I think that this whole thing would just be Runner panicking in his mind as he's watching. I'm losing myself. I'm no longer who I was.
As your heart races and trying to figure out how to come to terms with what's happening, you feel something inside of you ignite. You
Oh,
feel this fire burn inside of your soul as you reach out and instinctively grab the blade, and everyone can see that something is happening. As you guys are looking at Runner trying to figure out what's going on, it's only been a short period of time. You're trying to assess the situation, and you see that reality around you is starting to warp and twist. Avril and Una and Nichek, you guys have all made your way outside to see the sight of Blackwell kneeling before Runner, who is on the ground. Before you notice the same, and suddenly you are in this tunnel of light.
What is happening?
What the
he
fuck?
just woke- I think Runner just awakened to spark.
I
Oh.
think Avril's primary focus would be like, I don't know what's going on, but he would be trying to figure out what is going on. So, like, would he be able to tell that Runner is like the source of what the craziness is going on?
In a way. So your connection with the mana, for a second, you feel all mana like sink out of it, sink out of existence for a moment before you can feel the biggest surge of mana you've ever felt tapping into it, as it feels like you're completely surrounded by mana for a moment as the tunnel fades and you realize that you are all standing before a black, desolate landscape with murky waters and these towering ancient structures toppled over ahead of you. And suddenly you feel the mana shift from what was overwhelming but familiar to something different, something you haven't felt before. It seems like that black mana that's kind of intimidated you to this point is surrounding you, but at the same time, you feel a hint of white mana as the the ambition that you can feel surging through your body turns into almost a peace, a weird, tranquil balance. So you guys stand before these structures. You guys feel rested. You guys will get the benefits of a long rest here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say after I felt like the peace, I'd be like, well, it looks like we're going for a ride. And then just live into it.
Yeah. So you guys all are on a different plane now. You can tell that for sure. You don't know what plane you're on or where you're at, but something's happened, and you guys surprisingly feel very, very rejuvenated.
Did Runner dye his hair?
My first thing would be like, what the fuck was that, Runner?
Is Runner still laying on the ground?
Runner is standing before you, kind of in front of the group. He's kind of turned facing the other direction as you guys come out the other side of this tunnel.
I'd be doing the whole like slap in the face thing, like, hey, wake up. What's going on?
Runner, you okay?
He's that way. I can feel him. He's
Feel who?
the voice in the sword.
He's that Runner swords can't talk.
Well, it is a magic sword, so possibly yes.
What?
Those three people in the sword, they asked me to make promises, and the one of them asked me to bring him back, and I can feel him. He's here.
It seems Runner has become part of a larger legend.
They wanted you to bring him back to life? Seems
That's what he said.
shitty.
I told him if I happened to be in the area that he was in. I made the promise vague because I thought it wouldn't come up, and I could feel him. He's here.
Well,
So like, but like, what's that gonna do for us though?
Well, he's obviously giving him his power to the sword.
Wait, so you can like do cool stuff?
Yeah.
Do I feel anything from the sword?
You do. It feels like it's deeply connected to you somehow. Like it's inseparable. Seems like you've melded a piece of yourself inside of the blade, as others seemingly once have before you.
I'll turn to look at the group, and my hair has gone black, and I've grown a large black beard.
You also notice that the tattoos that weren't once glowed like a faint blue color to them have just turned to black ink.
Avro just down is so much for one day. Like, he's just like, I just tried to walk through stuff I understood a little bit. And now God's sword changes you at the fundamental level. I'm not sure I'm prepared for this.
I'll
I didn't do homework at all when we were there. I probably should have.
as he says
You
that,
were
I
in
will reach
study
up to
group, Avril. Come on.
I'll reach up to touch my face and feel the beard for the first time, and start freaking out a little bit.
Don't freak out. That's the last thing we need. We need you to stay in control of whatever the fuck is going on.
No,
all right?
no, you don't understand. You don't understand. He said I had to take a piece of his soul. I thought it was just metaphorical or something. I don't know. Why do I happen?
Yeah. Slow down. Now,
can I get a
bit by
beard?
bit.
I could have sworn you had one
He's
already.
like, slow down, bit by bit. Just tell me what's going on.
Look, I was just trying to figure out what the sword does, if it was going to be useful. I started to cast the spell. Suddenly I was in some kind of void. 3 people came to talk to me. 2 of them, kind of what you expected. One guy seemed like a good guy. He just wanted us to take out Bolus. I was like, this is great. Another guy was the damn captain whose statue you destroyed and knee finger blasted. And then he was the one that wanted me to bring it back. And I gave him a vague promise about bringing it back, but that doesn't matter. What really matters is this guy told me that I had to take a piece of his soul. I thought that wasn't what does that even mean? I have to merge it with my own. Now I look at me.
Everybody's just freaking out. Everybody's just freaking out and causing Runner to freak out more. I'm just gonna walk up, put a hand on his shoulder, look forward where he's looking, and be like, "You've made a promise to these people. I'll help you. I'll help you keep to those."
Okay, that makes it feel a little bit better. Why are my tattoos? My tattoos shouldn't look like this. I'm gonna try to use prestidigitation to create a flame in my hand.
You try.
I would definitely not disadhere to helping him out. I'd be like, I don't know what's going on either. I'm gonna be real with you, but whatever is happening, we'll figure it out.
What were you saying, Mob?
So as Runner, you hold your hand up to cast prestidigitation. You try as hard as you can to concentrate, and normally you'd start to feel something kind of coming to your hand, but you're not able to connect to whatever that force was in the same way, and nothing seems to happen.
No. Okay. And then I'm gonna try to cast Shield. Shield was the first spell I ever learned, so I'm gonna try to.
Avro, high five.
Can I roll an Arcana check to give him assistance? Because I have a theory that he needs to try to pull from the blade instead of his tattoos.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Una will help.
I just still try and give him a high five.
Yeah, I'm like fully clenched up as hard as I can. I think at this point I probably even just drop the sword at my feet, and I've got both arms clenched, trying to will shield into being as hard as I can.
With Una's help, that'd be a 14.
So with the 14, you can definitely understand the situation. Whatever gave Runner's connection to the weave through his tattoos isn't present. It is safe to assume that the blade is doing something because it is glowing a faint purple around it. And you try to, with Una's help, encourage Runner to try to pull that force from the blade. But unfortunately, the way you know how to cast shield as you have learned it doesn't seem to work once again.
Oh, I think at this point, fucking Runner would just drop to his knees and just scream in anguish.
I feel like at this point in time, Avril might start to like key in that something's wrong, and like try and like step in and be like, "Oh, whoa. What's going on? Explain it to me as though I don't understand how magic works."
Okay.
The mana's gone. It's all gone. I can't feel anything.
I want to grab a hold of his wrist and then grab a hold of his weapon and then try to feel the flow of mana.
Okay. So you grab to his wrist. Go ahead and roll a nature check for me.
Terrible. 15.
Okay. So in this instant,
Wait, I'm going to use, before you say anything, I'm using Kenku Recall. I'm re-rolling that.
okay.
So much better. 25.
Oh yeah. Okay. So in this moment, as you reach out and grab Runner, you realize that for some reason you feel more connected to Runner now in a way that you've never, like, you experienced a connection before, but this is on a
It was
deeper
connecting to a
spiritual level.
human, not like a natural element.
Yeah, like well, just like your souls, it feels like your souls have touched in a way. Blackwell, you can feel the same. But you do feel the presence of mana. It's definitely not the same vibe that he emitted before. Similar, but not exactly the same. Something's changed. But you do still sense the mana within him. You grab the blade with your other hand and suddenly are jaunted back out of your concentration on the mana as you hear a voice screech, "Get out!"
Was that was Avril
So,
being told
Yeah.
not to pick up a sword?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will point out to Runner. So after those three beings spoke with you, what else happened?
Through that sweet beard.
I talked to him, and then I saw some weird lights, and I was here. I felt some kind of something inside of me. I felt, I don't know what the word is to use, like hot, but not temperature hot, like pressure, or I don't know how to explain it, but I felt something that wasn't there before, and then there was some lights, and I was here with you, and this is all changed, and I can't make it work.
Can I
With your
roll
nat-
an investigation check to look for a planeswalker mark?
Sure.
On
You actually don't even have to roll with it with your perception. I think you notice that on the pillar that Runner stands on, looking over this desolate landscape, you can see a black screech where it looks like there is a planeswalker mark there.
I would point that out to Runner.
I was gonna say that I'd definitely point out that like I don't know what's going on exactly, but something is trying to wrest control from me. Because that is how I would feel in that. Because it's not something I understand, but I know it's something that I can't control, and I had control of it a second ago.
What?
For going like, is that weird for me to say that? Like, because like I understood what was going on a second ago, and then you said that I don't anymore, and it's not under his control anymore.
Well, yeah, because it's not. You're not a part of it that anymore.
Well, I was
Yeah,
talking
but-
about black mana. Like, you know how you've kind of been like somewhat intimidated, like how you don't completely understand black mana like you do the
Yeah.
rest. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling you felt.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's flooded with black mana, and I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, that's kind of still the same vibe. I don't know
Yeah.
what's happening.
So yeah, I would point out the Planeswalker mark to Runner, the fresh one he's standing on.
So something you do notice, Avril, as you with your nature check and everything and examining Runner, you've noticed that like as you grabbed onto his wrist, like he has become surprisingly solid, like way more than you're used to after sparring in the woods and such.
yeah, because we've spent time training together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lots of times.
yeah.
I'll look down at the planeswalker spar or mark, and which that'll give me an idea. I'm gonna move over and I'm gonna try to remember like some of the first tattoo runes that I learned from my mom, right? My parents like teaching me when I was a kid, and I'm gonna try to just like do some of those exercises that we used to do to try to memorize them, right? To make it super familiar for tattooing.
Okay. Yeah, you go back, kind of like close your eyes to try to think about how you learned your first tattoo. You, for some reason, it's foggy. Like you try to go back to that exact moment, but you go back a little bit before trying to recount your steps on what happened that day. You are kind of walking through the woods where you're accustomed to around Domus Island. You walk through the woods and you see in the distance a campfire. You walk up towards it and you can see a younger version of yourself sitting with next to this large like makeshift table that's been set up with food sprawling throughout it. You can hear music playing from your father as he strums a lute. He's not the greatest at it, but it kind of always made you feel at peace as you listen to him attempt. Your mother's talking to you as your back is towards her. She has a needle in her hand. She's you can't really make out what they're saying. You remember her telling you something important, but you can't quite hear the words in your mind. But you try to get closer to hear what they're saying, and then suddenly you see her smile, and you're kind of felt with the warmth for a moment, and then you look down at her hand and are struck with panic as you realize that the needle has turned into the black blade that you are wielding now and stabs through your back. And then you can see your younger self turn and smile at you with that same black face with the glowing red eyes.
I'll recoil for that for sure. It's not that I just lost connection with it. I can't remember it. It's replaced with horrible things.
How long has it been since we fought the jellies? Forgot what they're called.
Yeah, the gelatinous cube things.
Yeah.
It's been a few hours. It's still like, well, you would assume daytime, but for some reason it's like night here. Like you can see these astral bodies filling the night sky, but there's this
2
these
hours,
thick.
you mean like 3 or 4?
Yeah, like probably afternoon is kind of what your body is telling you, but for some reason, what you're
Yeah.
seeing is not connecting.
Well, I'm asking because I cast one with Eternity, and I had it for 4 hours. I'm wondering if that's passed by now.
It's probably just at its end at this moment.
Okay, so I suppose it'd be right before we travel, or right at the end of it. Would I see Runner have that Blind Eternity's glow, like he's connected to it now?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Ah, that solidifies it.
What I see with the mana side of things.
What you asking? What you would see?
Because I was already like tapped into the mana trying to figure things out. Like when he does this whole like,
Well, he's not black anymore. He's all the colors.
yeah.
So you're asking around Runner or regarding to Runner?
Yeah, because I'm trying to help him out, but I'm also like attached, like I'm sinking in with the mana. What do I see when I'm trying to get Runner back to being Runner?
So you're accustomed to seeing a primarily like blue type of mana within Runner. Seems to be where he draws most of his power from. There's a little bit of black in there. There's kind of a hint, like a little flavoring, a sprinkle of black. But now you've seen that the blue has taken that place now, and it's now the black that overwhelms the senses. But you do sense a little bit of a sprinkle of red mana within him as well.
I would try to like let him know what I see because like right now he isn't in control of himself. Is that possible that we see that, or is that just like happening?
He's in control of himself and sharing his body.
Yeah, he's visibly different, but he is still like consciously in control. It seems. But you do share, this feeling of like this slight feeling of like glory almost as came into his aura that he gives off of mana.
I don't really know what to do with that because how I was seeing it is not the same.
Yeah, this doesn't really have much to do with the ley lines anymore. He's a planeswalker.
Yeah, I'm out of my purview.
Yeah, you can tell that his colors or his alignment with these feelings that you feel tapping into the mana has shifted. It's different now, as the main takeaway.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna tell him that all the signs that I've put together lead me to believe that he's awakened his spark.
I guess some good can come of this tragedy.
Well, you're not completely cut off from the magic. It just works differently than you are used to.
If power was all I sought, then this would be enough, but I'm not just seeking power. I've lost the thing that made me a runner.
You'll
So
always
that's
be
why
the
you
runner
need to.
to me.
Don't.
That's why you need to go from being a runner to a sprinter.
As the word is almost vomited out of your mouth, it seems like runner doesn't fit with you anymore. It seems like a kind of a life that once was that is no longer.
Runner wasn't a name. It was a title. It was a thing. It was a something to my people. And I lost that. I can't even remember the simple lessons that I learned to take on that role. I can't remember. Replaced with horrible images. All I have is my tattoos are just that. They're tattoos. I can't feel any of it.
Wait, they weren't just tattoos before?
No, these tattoos were everything. They were my history. They were my story of my people, but they were also where my magic came from. These were my spells tattooed into my flesh.
Ooh.
And I've lost all that. These are just decorative.
Try it.
I don't even feel them.
Do you feel yourself within that blade now?
If he says that, I'll try that. Do I feel myself in the, like, if I close my eyes and concentrate on the blade, what do I feel?
Yeah, you kind of like concentrate on the blade. You feel power surging through you. It's not the same power by any means, but you do feel this like spiritual connection to the blade. You feel like it's it's ready to strike at something. Like you feel like this thirst almost. It kind of feels like your throat is dry in a way, like it's thirsty. But you do feel like you could take on a giant right now.
The blade over here is trying to get anything, you know what I'm saying? It's trying to get something.
I'll open my eyes. I don't know. I don't feel anything from the blade other than just raw power right now. It wants combat.
Well, all I can say now is that standing here isn't going to get us anywhere. Heading towards that person you spoke of is going to give us more answers than we could ever find standing here.
Yeah, where the fuck are we anyway?
I was going to ask. So, follow-up question.
I guess
I don't think where we are matters right now. I think what matters is that Zix, right? That's your real name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think all that matters is that Zix knows where we're going.
Zix, who's that?
That's me.
What? I thought you were a runner.
He changed his name because that's
runner's a title.
That's
so confusing.
That's the name on his birth certificate.
Okay, so it was confusing before I get it. I just wasn't important. Got it. All right, so
you always zone out whenever I get that far into the story.
Yeah.
Honestly, fair.
I did paperwork with this man for a year.
Here's the thing. He did paperwork for a year. We'll leave it at that.
So yeah,
I'll try to look around. What do we see? What do we can we figure anything else about where we're at from this? Other than this is a place where the soul of a dead pirate lives.
Yeah, so you like I said, it's a barren landscape aside from the titanic ancient structures that are toppled down into ruins across this field. But in the mix of this this wasteland before you, you see like puddles of water starting to form a meandering river up ahead. These like sickly green clouds kind of flow through these titanic structures, but you see a path leading near the river up ahead that seems to head off into some kind of structure you see out in the distance. It's smaller than the rest. It looks to be in a little bit of ruins. You can't really make out exactly what kind of structure it is, but it's got these like it's all made of stone. You can tell that it's definitely made of stone.
I don't like it.
Guys, I hate to be that guy, but I have to get going.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. I am sorry. If you guys want to keep playing, that's fine. I'm gonna shut the stream down though. So
I'm recording, so you're covered.
Perfect. Nee is fascinated with what's going on and like someone else going through like a body change. He's
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
yep,
me and Avril
yeah.
should be really interested in this because not only has he gone into the next step, he is mutated.
Yeah.
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 No, I'm just like looking up like, yeah, that's a nice
Avril is
that's a nice
definitely
beard.
like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Avril's more confused.
You-
than me.
yeah.
You would be both. I think we're on the same
Yeah.
page there.
So
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I'm out of here. I gotta go, guys.
yeah, well, we won't get into too much story stuff, so you're good.
Yeah. Let me know. I'll talk to
All
y'all
right.
later.
Later. All right. So we'll keep going a little further. I'll stop us if we get into too much story stuff, but we're good for now. So yeah, that's kind of what you see. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
That kind of leans into like what he was saying is that like Avril is very confused, but he's like, nah, he's got this.
Okay. Runner, can you or Zix, can you go ahead and
Wait,
Okay.
what are you supposed to roll?
Perception.
Hey, you got a good roll. First roll.
Okay, so 24. Okay. So I'll start with Zix. You can see that this river up ahead splits off. It kind of wise off into two different paths. It looks like it flows to the left, to the right, but the structure stands before you and where that split happens. Blackwell, you can hear like this guttural howl in the air, just faintly. And Avril, you see up ahead, past the structure, a dark winged figure kind of fly overhead and then swoop down past where you can view, where you can see from this angle.
Please tell me that's not a Valkyrie.
So I'm like, I would just be like, okay, so we gotta like fuck up that thing, right? Because he doesn't know how this works.
Yeah.
He just assumes that's what we have to fight next. Because that's how it's always worked.
Well, right now we're not trying to fight anything. We're trying to find somebody who Zix promised to
Okay, so
resurrect. If I recall correctly.
I don't even look. Your guess is as good as mine, Blackwell. To be honest with you, I didn't completely take that one seriously.
Well, the way I see it is,
this is definitely was consequential.
You met different entities within this sword when you attuned to it, correctly? And then so there's no fighting. So what I think is, having attuned to the sword, you have become part of the sword, and this one in particular wants out
to fight the flying.
No, it's more along this one wants to live again.
Wait. So if this one, okay, so I don't have the same
is the sword alive?
ability to like check my surroundings that I had before. But if I'm getting this correctly, if there is a guy that says we got to return to life and he's this direction, right? Is this where souls are? We in the afterlife?
Oh, I hope not.
Are we in the afterlife?
Are we in?
I don't not be.
Yeah, that's not a great idea. I don't think this is.
No, I don't want to be in the afterlife. Seriously, like fuck that shit.
There's so many other places that I'd rather be than the afterlife.
Well,
can you feel the ley lines here?
I mean,
I would try.
So the afterlife. Are you sure we haven't just planeswalked to another plane? Maybe one of the Celestials or something.
I like that way better. If we've planeswalked to a plane with his soul just is haunting somewhere, that sounds way better than this being some sort of place where a lot of souls are.
I like that idea. Let's go with that one.
Totally still trying to feel the ley lines. Like,
Feels
just
very
immediately-
comforting.
He's like, you know what? That's right. You should probably check that out. And he's just like reaching out for souls.
You
He's
know,
like,
maybe you shouldn't check it out anymore. Let's just like believe that. Let's just believe they're there, they're fine. It's just a place where there's a
Reaching
ghost.
out. Reaching out.
Okay, go ahead and roll a nature check for me, Avril.
Kinky recall.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
Okay.
third kinky recall. This is my last one.
God dang it.
Okay.
just had a long rest. You sure you want to use that?
Yeah.
Fuck you. God,
At
it
least
wasn't
you're
that
getting
Guns have spoken.
What are the odds?
That's crazy, dude. I have such a good thought to that. Wild. Okay. Well, here we are.
So,
That's
As you-
bonkers.
as you reach out and try to feel the mana,
Action surge.
God damn it. What is that?
Can I do it?
I suppose, yeah.
We're throwing everything we got at this.
Fuck it. What was it? Nature.
Una will use an inspiration as well.
22.
22. Okay, do you want to use the inspiration on top of that?
Yeah,
I
but
don't have inspiration. That was
no,
my
I'm
action
giving you
surge.
inspiration.
I wish I
Oh,
could
you're
have
giving me inspiration? All right,
Yes!
I'm rolling that. That's a D6,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I wish I could have just put Avril. to
Clap
sleep.
your pants, Avril. You look constipated.
So +4.
Okay. So we reach out into this like meditative state that you go into. While you can sense that all 5 distinctions of this kind of mana are present, they seem separated or segregated. Like they're definitely not melding into each other as they normally do. They seem on this same like plane, like they're reachable, but they're also like they're also like I said, like segregated, like they're in their own place in this world wherever you're at. But where you're at doesn't seem all bad. It doesn't seem all taken over by this black mana or this white mana that you're currently feeling in the immediate area. But it does
So are
seem
you saying that this world seems natural? It's like, it seems like, you know, like
Is
It
it
kinda is
afterworldy?
how it should be. Or, you know, or maybe it doesn't. That's how I see it. Like, am I wrong?
it. Could you say that one more time?
I'm seeing it as though that this is the way things should be. Like I'm looking at it and I'm seeing how it should be. But there's parts of it that aren't right.
Right, yeah. So like it's like everything that you know is in the natural world is here, but it's not how it normally is in the natural world, if that kind of clarifies your
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's the way everything should be, but except for like that. That's not good.
yeah.
Oh, I'm watching Avril bang his head against the ground trying to read the ley lines. I'm going to be like, can't we just ask somebody where we are?
No!
I mean, there's a flying guy over there. We could try to ask him.
I mean, it's got to be better than banging her head against the ground.
Also
Flying guy?
very
Did I see
cold.
flying guy?
The guy
I
you were
didn't
trying
realize
to
how much
fight.
my tattoos were keeping me warm.
All right.
I,
I'll find him.
I have a dress if you want one.
I don't know if it would work in this particular circumstance, but next time we're in Ravnica, we need a distraction. Keep it handy.
Of course. I always have a dress. I have a dress for everybody right now.
We are chaos.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. I have a lecture for Una later.
Oh, not you two.
Well, this is a lecture and more like a study, not a lash.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
definitely.
Okay.
So, oh, good. Good.
All right, so are we walking towards the thing now?
It's a good question.
Because Zick feels like that magnetic pull to it, right?
Yeah, if I'm, well, I guess I'll focus on that feeling. Do I get any more other than you had mentioned that I could like sense the direction of this soul? Can I get any more than that, like distance or?
Um. Let's see. I'll let you roll a perception check.
I'm doing great. This place is really disorienting.
Yeah. So you can definitely sense his presence on the same plane. Like you can feel the connection to the plane a lot stronger than you did before. But you can't tell like how far away it is. Like it's just the one, like a steady feeling of the pull towards what you're seeking, but it's not like a compass kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel there's some kind of like force making me feel like I need to go in this direction, and I'll motion that way. Like,
Then let's go.
what we're looking for is there.
Let's go for it. Let's not stand around. Let's move. And Una starts walking the direction that Zeke pointed.
Yep. It's not like we're in a city right now or anything. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, let's see if we could find somebody.
Yep, fuck it. I ain't got nothing.
Are we walking towards the black thing?
Does
So everything,
is the direction we're walking, is that happen to be in the direction of the flying thing?
yeah, all the things you guys sensed is in that direction. Everything kind of seems to like go into this direction as if you're like heading deeper into whatever plane this is.
Like,
Oh, this is giving me a
maybe
bad
go
vibe.
get that thing that we were supposed to get in Innistrad first.
I mean,
what? We already
we
got
could try.
No, we got the thing from Dominaria, but we haven't gotten the thing from Innistrad. The Innistrad thing was Nichek's face.
Oh, that was Innistrad's thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not Innistrad. The dinosaur place.
I mean, yeah, but right now we're kind of doing the sword thing.
Oh, I thought there was an item that we needed there too.
There is, but right now we are currently doing the sword thing.
We could try to.
I'm just asking questions.
Yeah, we could try to go. I mean, we could always come back to this.
Honestly, we're here. Why waste the energy going somewhere else? We're here. Let's just do the thing.
It's also kind of hard to go back to a place where you don't know where it is.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Is this where we're supposed to be going? Or is this where whatever is taking us? Again, we're just back in a Nichek mask.
It's definitely not. I mean, we know Ixalan had a lot of jungles, zombie pirates, and dinosaurs, so it's definitely not Ixalan. Amonkhet's supposed to have a bunch of deserts. We know it's not Dominaria because we planeswalked somewhere. It's definitely not Ravnica.
Would Una know this plane?
Una would feel everything here feels odd and out of place. It doesn't seem too familiar.
I have no idea where we are. It feels weird.
I agree. Everything feels weird right now. Like I feel like I'm not myself.
Well, then let's go find yourself. And the best way to do that is to walk forward and march. Let's go.
Yep. I'll kind of just try to keep my mind in the immediate and follow along.
Okay.
Keep an eye out for anything that might be a danger.
Okay. So this structure is a few hundred feet away. You guys march through this place that you're in, kind of like meandering around the places of land that kind of take on to a bank along this river. As you're following the river down, the structure that you see seems to be hanging on the bank, like it's partially submerged. It looks like, as you see this like dock coming from it. But as you get closer, you see this like stone ruin before you. You see these like pillars outside and walls that have since partially collapsed. You can hear something inside. Go ahead and roll a perception check. All you guys can roll one if you'd like.
Whatever this place is, it's old. Everything here feels old.
Woo!
Ooh.
Nice.
We all rolled good that time.
Natural
You guys
20.
heard that, right?
Oh, no.
So you guys collectively can hear this shuffling around and like a splashing in the water. It seems to be coming within the structure though. You hear psh, 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 kind of like almost shakes the ground a bit. And you hear like a snarl or a growl.
What?
But it seems like you hear multiple different like growls and snarls.
Oh, that's doesn't sound great. Something sounds hungry.
Mm.
Hesitate, I'm walking in.
Let me put you guys on this map here.
No hesitation, just walking in. Of course you would, Blackwell. You believe yourself invincible.
All right. That and right here. It did not bring Una for some reason. Or Brecken. I forgot to add Brecken into the scene there, but Brecken is there.
Brecken was in my hand.
Yeah.
She floats in my hand.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, you guys the map's kind of perfect here, but you guys are about right here as you approach the structure. The gnarling and such seems to be coming from within.
Well, what do we do?
Well, we are good at two things. Killing things, blowing shit up, or running away like with our tails between our legs.
Yeah, but like, maybe we should just sneak around.
Sneaking's good. I like sneaky.
Hey, Craig, I got a question.
What's the question? What question?
I'm very confused. Where are we?
I don't
don't
we
know.
have no clue. We need to find some people to ask, but whatever makes that growling noise doesn't sound like people. We blindly planeswalked somewhere.
So where somewhere where something is happening.
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
somewhere there's like some whatever I made a deal with in the sword, its soul is here. That's about where we was as much as we've gathered.
So should I punch something?
Not yet.
If we want the growling might need punching if we draw the attention of the growling, but maybe we should just like sneak around and not draw the attention of the growling.
I will hold my action until something happens.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. My brother-in-law is visiting, and he was talking to me. What did you guys say you were doing?
We are contemplating the idea of trying to sneak around.
Okay.
We should we take a peek before we take off?
Oh, hell yeah. Curiosity never killed the sorcerer. I want to see. Also, chaos.
I still got my ring of invisibility. I'll test that. Does it still work?
It does. It seems to still work.
Okay, I'll go invisible, and I will try to sneak up on them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay, so it says that's the cloak is giving me advantage, but am I wearing the cloak? I don't know if I had time to put that on and everything.
I don't know. I mean, you guys were out and about, like burying Captain Tuso. So if you wanted to put it on, you can. If retroactively, say you put it on during that time.
Yeah, what did we do with? I was holding the cloak and the mask.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you guys to decide how you wanted to divvy that out. I'm assuming you guys got most of the treasure too, minus the ones you left
Buried
with
with
Captain
Tutos.
Tutos. Yeah, as long as you guys can carry all of it. Yeah.
Does somebody want the mask or the cloak?
Forgot what the cloak did.
It is.
I think we talked to nature into taking it.
Basically gives you advantage on stealth checks that are lightly obscured or heavily obscured. And people attack you at disadvantage until they hit you, and then the effect's gone. Until the start of your next turn. So it sounds like it's a few things going on.
Yeah, Una wouldn't need that. She doesn't get hit.
Well, if nobody's calling it out, then I'm cold and I'll put it on. But the mask, I don't have any use for. Does anybody want? I'll have Blackwell. I'll toss you the mask. I might be stereotyping the guy that keeps his face covered, but
I think we said Nichek was going to get the mask.
Okay. Yeah. Then if he had been there and mentioned that, then I would have tossed him the mask at that time. So, which also kind of works with the idea that he almost finger blasted me because I took the mask. And the cloak. But yeah, okay. So I'll wrap the cloak up. Is this area lightly obscured or anything like that, or?
This specific area, no, it is fully visible.
Then take the first one. 7.
7. Not great.
No, it rolled initiative. Why did it roll initiative? That's weird. Hold on.
What's your stealth modifier? Your dex modifier.
It's +7, so it would have been 3, 10.
10. Okay. Let me see what we got here. 10, 10, 10. Okay. So where are you moving to here? You can't see the map, right?
Yeah, I am invisible, but
Yeah.
apparently I am making some noise. I'm gonna just try to creep and peek around the corner.
Okay. So from right there, you can see this puddle of water that seems to like be coming from within the center section of this building here. You see these lines of pillars, uh, like starting on the land, and they kind of start to get submerged with this water. It looks like from what you can see, two long hallways. Where you're standing, there's like kind of an awning just in front of you, and then beyond that is a door on the furthest side away from this little section here.
Do I see any creatures? Do I see the source of the growling?
You don't, but you do hear sloshing and gnarling coming from deeper within this, around the corner here in this section.
I'll try to sneak back to the group.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a temple kind of looking place. And then I didn't get a good look at as I become visible in front of the group. I didn't get a good look at what was making those noises though. But I don't know. The place looks pretty beaten up. I don't know if anybody works or like still worships here. Maybe we could try.
Runner and Blackwell look through books of planes that you told us that we might need to go to. Can we roll to see if this plane, like any of the features we've seen so far, lines up with what we've seen in those books?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a history check. You can have advantage.
I'll try to describe the statue I saw if I went as far as that to everybody as well. Maybe there's like some part of the iconography that might trigger somebody to remember something about a religion or something.
Okay. So you did see the statue from where you were standing there? Can you see the whole map right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and move your token back up there for just a moment.
Back where I was standing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was about, well, I guess I would have had to go at least out this far. Peeking around.
Okay. Can you see the statue from there still?
No, then I would have had to go at least there. I could have moved back and forth here to see it.
Okay. So if you
Don't
would
be
have
like
moved,
Avro's much help in this situation.
yeah. So I'd say if you can see the statue from where you're at there, then yeah, you do make out the statue. It's a bronze statue of looks like a man, almost, but he's got these let me see if I can describe. So it's a large statue. It looks almost like a man, but he's got these like solid eyes, and he's got this like U shape on top of his head. He has these giant black horns that uh, come out from his head. He seems to be wearing this like long draping, like I don't know what you call it, like a Middle Eastern dress, like a very clear see through like kind of dress. They're kind of draping off of his horns, and you can see these two giant shoulder plates that seem to look like golden or brass in this case, brass shoulder pieces of armor that are like faces carved into them. And he wields this large staff with a skull at the end, and the bottom lower half of his body looks to be like skeletal, like where he takes a human form at the top, turns into a skeleton lower.
Yeah, I'll when I get back to the group and become visible again, I'll describe the statue in as much detail as I can.
What I rolled was a 10 and a 12.
10 and a 12 for a history check.
Yep. That's fine on those.
So with that, I think the only one that might stand out at all from the list that you guys have would be probably Innistrad or Theros, knowing that with the idea in mind that this might be some kind of underworld type thing, or some darker place than you're accustomed to, judging by the surroundings. Yeah, I'd say one of those two probably. But it doesn't look super familiar to what you remember Innistrad looking like.
Right. So my conclusion would be Theros then, especially after he mentions a bronze statue.
Yeah, it's wearing some kind of like silks and toga like thing. It was very different feeling. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before.
Punch him.
A statue? It's a bronze statue. There was something growling inside the building, though.
It's just that. Never mind.
So,
I thought there was just like a person this whole time. I thought we were just like cordially figuring out why this person showed up in front of us. I was just like, I don't know why we don't punch him. That was my whole thought the whole time.
That's the statue, except it's all made of bronze.
I still want to punch him.
okay.
Do I sense that we need to go in this? Like, is the direction of this soul? Is it still in the direction of? Is it in this temple or beyond?
You can't tell like proximity with it, but it still feels like you're on the same like plane of existence as this drawing feeling.
I keep sensing that this way. I don't know if could be inside or it could be beyond. I don't know.
Should I punch you just to be safe?
No, I'd rather not be punched.
Avril, what did you just talk to me about? Hurting people for helping,
I'm asking. See? Look, asking. You just punched. That's what we're trying to work
technically grabbed by the leg and tossed it around. Never mind, I'll shut up.
Yep. See? Me asking. Should I punch you?
Are you guys arguing right now?
We've come to an impasse.
You guys, can you guys see anything from where you're at there?
All I see is the wall and...
One moment.
Well,
Ah!
Okay,
I see that!
So Una, as you're standing there around the corner, you see this large nostril kind of pop out of the corner. It seems to be like sniffing around. You see like this saliva dripping from its maw.
Guys.
what is it?
We should leave.
We have to go this way.
Can I get you guys all roll a stealth check for me if you're trying to remain undercover?
Is there any reason for me to have tried to remain undercover?
I mean, Una's
The loud
pointing out
growling noises.
Yeah,
we're not doing great with our stealth checks either here.
I'm going to actually use my magical guidance. Much better. Much better. That's a 19.
Why? 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 What the fuck? I don't even understand.
So, with that, Blackwell, did you want to try to...
Woo! Una reckon are stealthy as fuck.
I'm definitely drawing attention.
With my disadvantage, that's 12.
Well,
You and me, man. You and me.
okay.
Gaping
So
maw. Gaping
as
maw.
as you see this snout poke around the corner, Una Tana takes a whiff in, and you see it freeze for a moment, and you're, and then it kind of like turns towards you. It doesn't notice you, but it sends something in your direction, starting to move,
I
and
think
then
it can smell me.
This way. And she like points away from it.
okay,
And
It's looking right at me.
let's go this way.
I'll turn and try to start tiptoeing that way.
okay. Go ahead and roll me some more stealth checks.
Ah,
You guys
God
move.
damn it.
It feels like it's looking right at me.
Oh, fuck.
Now it feels like it's looking right at you.
You know, I could just fireball it and then we run like fucking hell.
I'm really sorry, guys. I didn't think that this would do like this.
You know, I could polymorph into something and get us the fuck out of here.
Like I didn't realize making the promise would like planeswalk me to keeping the promise.
So, well, what do you guys do with this instant? It seems to be moving quickly towards you guys.
I have to look up a polymorph here. Hang on.
I want to pet it.
Go ahead, Blackwell.
I want to pet it.
You want to pet it? I'm gonna look back and forth. If it looks like it's zeroing in on Una, then I mean, at some point I got to see what this blade can do. I will.
Are we fighting or are we running away?
I don't know. The blade wants to fight, and I'll start running toward him.
Oh, fuck.
So
Okay, I polymorph.
okay, I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and roll initiative for me. As you do, this is what you are seeing before you now.
Yeah, it's a Cerberus. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. This is no. That's not good.
So, yeah.
I have a way smaller bonus to my initiative with this. Still advantage of.
I see this also.
Yeah, it's coming around the corner. I'd say once you can see the token ahead of there, you can see it. You've seen Blackwell run off towards this thing.
He's already charging.
Blackwell and Avril will
Hold
have.
on, my health isn't syncing right.
I resynced it before we played. It might be your Beyond 20 because I think it's working for on my side. Let me try.
Yeah, they
My
updated
rolls are
Beyond
showing.
20. It's working now.
My rolls are showing. It's just my health isn't right.
What's it supposed to be?
75.
We'll just do that for now. Should be good now.
Yeah, mine
Okay.
shows 67. I have 92 health.
Wow,
Weird.
that's a lot of health.
Yeah. Okay. 92.
He's a fighter.
92.
Gotten very used to jumping into things that are going to kill me.
Okay. So Blackwell and Avril, you guys will have surprise on this thing. But it also has surprise on Una and Six. So that said, it is Avril that is first to act in this situation.
Okay. So put this into context. We were planeswalking, right?
Yeah.
And then this thing popped up.
Well, you guys started to move, and you came across it.
Yeah, we're following whatever the direction is that I'm getting for where the soul is. And this is either along the way or this is the destination. We're not sure yet.
Yeah. Pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, we just don't know a lot.
Yeah. I promise there's a way to get information here. It's just not
No,
there yet.
I mean the mystery of where you end up is part of the planeswalking experience. So yeah, this is good. Blackwell has figured out some stuff, but he hasn't shared it all yet.
Yeah.
So
Decision. Uh-oh. Oh, Scotty.
I'm
Sorry,
going.
getting feedback. He switched.
I'm going to. How big is this thing?
It's huge.
Yeah, it's freaking massive.
Okay, cool.
House size, just about.
I'm going to hit it with my warhammer a couple of times.
Okay. How far can you move? 30 feet?
I can move 30 feet, yes.
Yeah, you're way down there.
Okay, that's gonna put you right here. Actually, I guess
We're charging.
it'll put you right next to Blackwell.
Okay, so I will use my whatchamacallit? Water whip.
Okay.
So I need a strength save.
Okay. He got a 17.
All right, that saves. So he doesn't get moved, but he still takes damage.
Okay.
And my second attack will also be a water whip, so I'll need another strength save.
Just immediately start tagging it.
I don't know what's going on.
Strength save. Yeah, he got a 21 on that one.
All right, so he is still there.
I mean, it's big.
I can still move it if he fails. So I can still do it. I can still do a thing.
What was the first damage?
I'm rolling the damages in sequence.
Okay. So 18 in total there.
There's still 2 more D8s coming.
Okay. 8 more there and 1 more, so 9 more. All right.
And yeah, that's everything. I'm pretty sure. My second action, I'm going to try and grapple him.
I don't think you can grapple.
Something.
I think we were talking about that last time. Let's see.
I think it's a size difference. I think that there's at a certain point you can't grapple something over a certain size.
Yeah, let me double check.
I want to try.
Remember, he grabbed a tooth last time he tried to grapple something.
Just grab a talon and be like, "I got you."
I guess I'll just throw another attack with my bonus action then.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not on the initiative order.
Oh, okay. Let me add you there.
Yeah, this one's just a regular attack, I guess. I'm not going to use another ability.
I guess Blackwell actually would have been first, but that's fine. You guys are kind of working on the same initiative here, so.
Oh, is this where we do the fastball special?
Could be.
Who's throwing who?
Okay, and the last one was a 20 to hit. 20 does hit.
Did I do the damage for the other ones? I did, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's everything then.
All right. So that one's 12 more.
Yeah, one-handed.
Okay. So Blackwell, you're up to what? What do you do?
Is this way open?
It is now. Yeah, it's not supposed to be, but it's fine.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go in there.
Okay.
Just dash.
Okay.
Well, is this a doorway or a wall?
It's a door. We're just gonna say all these doors are open because I forgot to put that there. So,
Oh yeah.
but it's fine.
It's an open floor
realizing
plan.
that I'm out of range for melee for the last one, so for the last one, I will throw my battle axe. So I will have my battle axe.
It's Greek. It's built open with no doors. It's fine.
I'm just questioning why Averil's first instinct is violence.
I was asking so many questions.
Honestly, he did ask more questions than Avril usually asks. I was surprised he didn't just run off and try to punch something.
Yeah.
I asked a bunch of questions. The answers were I don't know, and I was like, fair, punch it.
He's really trying to lead by example. You can tell. He's put in effort. He waited an entire 6 seconds before running in to try to beat something up.
I asked like, at least 2 questions, which is good. I mean, that's solid.
It's not grappled for sure. It's moving.
Yeah. So it's
not. Also, by the way, I didn't grapple it. I just attacked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so you guys should know.
So it begins to move.
I don't know if you guys knew this. It's big.
Yeah, it's super big.
Yeah, really big. Yeah.
Like,
All right, like that.
like monstrously huge, big.
Just so you know.
Okay. So what it's gonna do is move up here. It's gonna try to bite at Avril with a 22 to hit.
What? All right. I'll use my reaction. A hit still tax strength save.
Okay. Strength save. It's a 23.
All right, saves. Still takes half damage.
Okay. So that's a total of 7.
Yeah.
All right. Force damage. Okay. So that damage was 24 piercing and 10 fire damage. So 34 in total if you're not resistant or anything.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey guys, just so you know, this isn't good.
So for the ease of this, I'm gonna just take off knee check from the battle because I don't want to run to another character right now. He's still with you guys, but he's bobbing and weaving. Yeah. So, yeah. It does use a bonus action to move next to Zix. And it's gonna bite at Zix.
Feels
Does
like
it
it's
leave
signaling.
my attack threshold?
It's definitely signaling me out here. What the
He
hell?
did. He most certainly does, Avril.
Yeah, take a bite. What's
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack of opportunity if you'd like.
I used my reaction. It's too late.
Oh, you did? Okay. Okay, so it's gonna bite with a 21 to hit, Zix.
Okay. As he goes in a bite, I hear whispering from the sword and a black and purple inky like
I used my reaction.
smoke kind of comes out to block the attack. It's casting shield.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you block the first hit. It's gonna try to bite again with a 20, so it's not gonna connect with your shield up.
Yeah, it's gonna miss.
It still
That's-
did take half damage from my telekinetic.
So that's all it can do. For its turn, it is going to be. That was the surprise round, quote unquote. So it'll be back up to Blackwell.
What? I didn't get to play in the surprise?
Well,
Oh yeah,
Well,
you and Zix did. Oh yeah, Zix
yeah.
was wasn't supposed
Was
to do this.
you
Is
guys,
that the stealth?
yeah. So
I
Zix,
failed
you
the
filled
second staff.
Yeah, you filled the first one, Zix. He was on to you, and then he caught on to Una's trail as well. So,
Fair.
he was actually going
took
after
step-
Una, but you were in the way. So,
Oh,
Um,
fuck.
Gladly, I'll stay away.
okay.
I may have something
So-
for you then for that.
So Blackwell, that's it's gonna be up to you again.
Yeah, I'm gonna holler out to Avril and be like, I don't think you guys should fight that thing.
Punch him!
I'm like holding my sword up, inky black energy coming out of it is like it's trying to bite at me several times. I don't think that's an option anymore, Blackwell.
And I'm gonna face palm and go back in the other direction. Block 30. And Misty Step.
Should I turn into a giant bird and fly us out of here?
Can you turn into a bird big enough to fly him out of here?
No, but I can fly you, me, and maybe 2 other people.
And I get a charisma save from the dog. Hello?
Uh-oh.
Oh, mom might be muted.
That was a 6.
A 6?
A 6. Banished him.
Ah!
Damn. Okay.
Poof!
I'm like, he's coming right at me. What? We're falling off balance. Oh,
Yeah, 2 heads lashed out at Runner, and then you see him kind of like do that dog yelp, and whoop, and then he's gone.
I'll just look left and right. Like, is this a new attack? Is he coming? Is he visible?
I think
Guys,
I
come
think
on.
there was a poof moment there.
Well, then run! Get inside! Get inside!
Yeah!
Ready for the counterattack! It'd be like, can we all single file go into the building before the dog comes back?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sprinting inside, full blast.
I'm dashing.
Follow!
He is following along.
Has anybody figured out where the hell we're at?
Nope.
So you guys
Like,
can ignore the turn order for now.
Yeah. So based on the architecture and the creature we just ran into, I'm assuming we're in Theros.
Can I do a mana check, I guess? I don't know what that is.
You already did that. You
Okay.
don't know anything.
Was there a reason we are in? Well,
I did that
obviously.
while here?
Yeah, you got like a 26 or something.
Oh, that was here.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah, we gotta find whoever the damn Captain Kane guy is. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for Captain Kane.
Why?
The guy, the statue that was because he made me make a promise and I didn't think it was gonna come up.
It seems to have come in.
Yeah.
It did. My spark literally activated and made it, and now we're here. Like I
Okay.
did not think it was.
I don't
gonna
know
go
what's
that
going
far.
on, man. What do you mean your spark activated?
That's what Blackwell said. Remember, we saw the mark on the ground.
What?
His planeswalker abilities work now.
I
Considering
planeswalked us here because I made a promise to a soul in the sword.
considering we
I get it. Let's go.
Yeah. Considering we
Okay.
planeswalk, Zix is now connected to the Blind Eternities, and he left a planeswalker seal on the ground where we landed.
Oh, that's just too confusing. Now you've gotten too far.
Yeah, I made a promise to the ghost in the sword. Now I've got to free the rest of his soul that's not in the sword.
Okay.
I will.
That guy.
And you know he's on this plane.
Yes,
know
and
that-
he's and we know what he looks like because we've seen the
Fuck up.
captain. He's the Captain Kane guy, who was the statues and stuff in the temple.
I didn't get to see the
You
statue.
should ask him what happened to Captain Abel.
We need to keep moving because that dog will be back in 1 minute.
Oh
Ah.
yes, moving promptly.
Okay. I could polymorph and fly and get us out of here, but the thing is, I can only carry 3 people, I think. Also, my bags are quite full.
Well, we got to make sure that this is not, maybe the captain guy's in here, so we should probably check the inside of this place first.
Ugh.
I will
Okay.
also clarify that if there is somebody nice here, we don't want to lead off with "we killed your dog."
Honestly,
Do you think that thing's a pet?
Possibly.
I don't want to meet whoever
I've
its
seen- I've
master
seen-
is.
I've
okay.
seen some odd things in deity's lore.
Do you imagine how powerful and horrible you have to be for that thing to be your pet?
Okay. So, real quick. So, if
It's
All
still outside.
let's see here. So, what's this plane actually about then? Like, is it like underworld, dead? Like,
I mean, the only thing that I came up when I was looking about Theros earlier was it's a plane full of gods. It's governed by something called the Gods of Nyx. I never really got too deep into it. It's mighty beast, a bunch of different kind of races, and apparently there's this weird phenomenon. The thing that makes this plane different from anywhere else is that things that are dreamed and believed here can become true if enough people believe it over long enough time.
oh,
Like it takes like centuries, but if enough people believe something, it becomes real here.
So there's
Una
definitely
will remember this. I may have to come back here when I want to become the god of chaos.
Well, you'd be one among many because as I understand, there's lots of gods here. Maybe that's how they came about. Is enough people believed in them that they became real.
Become planeswalker. Become immortal. Go to Theros. Hang around for 100 years, spreading the word of your gospel.
Yeah, the gospel of Una chaos. There we go. All right. So we need to find this soul, and we have no idea where we're looking. Great.
Well, it seems we don't have very many options on where to go in this building.
Alright, so we link back up with whatever that was.
Where the fuck is Avril? Why isn't he with us in here?
He is. We're just pretending basically that he's with us because he's not. Randy had to take off.
Oh.
So we'll say that he's sticking close to you. That makes sense
Okay.
to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Were you staying out there on purpose? Or
Yeah, Avril was outside. That's why I was
I
asking.
don't know where everybody else went. That's the whole reason my character's not moved.
okay.
We've been running inside. We're like trying to get as much distance as we can from that demon dog.
Ooh.
Okay, so the whatever it is a thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
And-
Cerberus.
We ran from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're inside.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Blackwell did the thing and then it disappeared. Which I don't know if we've ever seen him do that before, so that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Just once.
To the Kraken.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then he
with the
told us
Kraken.
that we have to continue to run.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was kind of huddled in the remnants of the leftover cabin when that happened.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it knocked me off the boat. I fell in the water. I was like, haha! Oh,
Vanish. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I was like, there's no roof and I'm getting wet.
I was too busy being a shark fighting and biting the Kraken.
yeah, I got hit and was no longer a killer whale.
As we're kind of jogging through here and having some light conversation, is there any more of a sensing of the soul or anything? Like, am I getting any more vibes?
As you're like really focusing on it, like as you keep checking in with it, you can't really tell the proximity or anything still, but you can distinguish that you think you feel two different connections on this plane.
Oh, guys.
Oh
The more I
no.
concentrate on it, I'm starting to feel there's two souls, and I don't know which is the captain.
Oh fuck.
Is there any way for me to like try to discern something?
I don't think in that specific regard you'd be able to. I will tell you that they seem to be coming from a very close. They seem to be coming from the same source. That's why it was hard to figure out at first. But
I don't know that they were like it's from over there.
yeah,
Do they still seem kind of in the same general direction?
yeah.
Seem
They
like-
both seem to come from the same direction.
Because I thought it was just one before, because they're kind of coming from the same direction, but I don't know if it's because we're getting closer or what, but they're starting to feel further apart. But they're
Oh.
both in that way, and I'll point.
Okay,
I
then
will
we go
say-
that way.
Okay, I think I was picturing this a little incorrectly. So you can't really tell direction, but you can tell proximity. You are
Okay.
moving closer. However, it's like very minuscule amounts currently.
Okay.
So yeah, if that helps you.
So we're getting closer, but it seems like it's a long way away. I'll go ahead. That's what I'll have given to the group as we've gone along.
Okay.
This feels like in the right direction, but I know we're getting closer, but it's slow. Is there a boat or something out there?
What about that
Blackwell,
boat
that
in
we
the
can use to go
bottle?
faster?
Yeah, we just got a boat.
Oh, well, should we use our ship to try to go faster down the water instead of walking?
Does the water
Haven't
seem
tried
deep
that
enough?
It does. Let me stop this music real quick. So
Does the river seem big enough to like that the boat would?
it does. It's a very wide river. You can see on the river, though, it seems like there's something floating underneath. A lot of something. You see these like streaks of color flow between the waves of the rushing river. It seems to be heading towards the north from where you're at.
Oh
But
boy, is this
if
river
I-
sick?
If I focus my
Maybe.
If I get, I
So,
try
is
to
this a river of
investigate
souls?
I want to try to investigate
Cerberus
these little
and shit.
things of light. Like, what are they?
Okay. How do you want to approach it? Like from a magical standpoint, or a like just what you can see? Religion? How you approaching it?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of different ways to look at this particular thing, huh?
Yeah.
For me, the only thing that would be a decent roll out of all this would be perception.
Perception. Okay. Yeah.
I am literally not good at any of the other things.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, I guess if I need to perceive, I need to get out there. So I'll get out there and I'll just try to look. $15.
15. Okay, so what you can see is several of these things like flowing through the river. At one point, you see one of the lights. It kind of takes on a humanoid shape, and it turns, and you can see a face, and then it rolls back over and keeps going with the water.
Oh, those are ghosts. Those are souls. That's a river of souls.
Oh shit.
Well, I guess this makes sense why I've been sensing the ghosts. If the souls are going that way, then we should probably go the same direction.
Will the boat even work on a river of souls?
I mean, it looks like it's got enough depth and the river's wide enough. I don't know if the souls will affect the boat, though. It is a magical boat. Maybe that'll help.
Well, we can try the boat, or I could polymorph for an hour and fly us.
But
Does
the
it
I'm
look
gonna
like the
with
river
the
ends before the horizon?
What's that?
didn't.
So does it look like the river ends before the horizon?
So it looks like the river goes north a little ways, and then it splits off into like a Y shape. Both rivers meander around to the edges of what you can see.
Okay, so we might not have enough time to fly.
With the amount of that it felt that I got closer with how far we walked, I think that we wouldn't get there in an hour of flying. I think we need to figure out.
Well, I was
a
just
more
thinking to
long-term
get away from
solution.
the thing that's gonna pop back any minute.
That sounds completely fair. I'm absolutely in favor of that.
And then, at least puts a lot of distance between us and that. And then, walk.
Well, I say we try the boat.
I'm in
Who's got
favor
the
of
boat?
trying the boat. Avril, I believe, grabbed it out of the water.
Avril, where's that boat in a bottle?
Yeah, the one where we put the nice cork on it.
It's around.
He said it's around.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
don't be stingy. Let's see the boat.
He said he pulls it out.
Okay. As you
You gotta uncork it and pour it toward the water. Or was it a command word?
I'm not sure if that's how it works.
as you pull it out, you hear
Ugh.
Oh, we should probably hurry.
So,
Okay, so that is how.
yeah. So Avril's going to try to do what Zick said to do and open it up in front of the water and pour it out.
okay. So I'm just double checking how this works right quick.
It's all good.
Mhm.
No. There we are.
Oh, it's so purdy.
So as you take the cork out, you go to dump it in the water. You just hear it go as it catches onto the neck of the bottle. the ship inside.
Yeah, you gotta say something. You gotta command it out. What happened?
Captain might follow it up with a command word after you use the thingy. Haga waga bugoo!
Oh, god damn it.
You hear
No,
It's
you guys always
sloshing.
say words after you do cool stuff. Haga waga
So
bugoo!
We probably should have cast identify or something on this thing.
What's that?
I think you did.
Blackwell can do.
I think you did. I think Blackwell did cast Identify. The way it works is you use an action to throw this bottle up to 60 feet away, and the bottle shatters on impact with a body of water, releasing a 7th level Phantom Galley spell.
Oh, is it a one-off? Like we can't get it back in the bottle then?
It looks like it. I'm gonna say, because I like the idea of it being more than a one-off. If you can find a container to put it back into, I would say you can use a command word to siphon it back into the container, whatever you want that command word
We
to
have
be.
lots of potion bottles.
I actually do just have a glass bottle. I don't know why, but I'm looking in my inventory and I do have one.
I have like 12.
Okay, then that shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, Avril's made it a point to tell me he's been holding on to all of his potion bottles.
There we go. We have a bottle to put it back in.
You guys like to recycle, huh? Yeah, we've got so apparently we have plenty of bottles. The cork won't go bad. Make sure you save the cork; it's expensive.
Yeah.
And then with our special decorated cork we got from Captain Kane's tomb. Yeah, then I guess do the honors, Avril. Throw it down.
He has no idea what he's doing.
Okay, so you're chucking into the water.
Yeah.
Okay, as you ramble a bunch of words as you throw it into the stream, it shatters as it impacts the water, and you hear like a faint like gasp as like the souls part, and this phantom ship out of the water and rests at the dock, and you can hear footsteps and gnarls coming from behind you as you see the creature trying to make its way through this area.
Everybody on board.
Yeah.
Run and jump on the ship.
Success.
All right.
He just like runs.
Jumping on the ship.
You did it. You cast ship.
You did.
I like looking.
Thank you.
I missed it.
Cut out there. Uh-oh.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, I don't know. I missed what you were asking there.
You said, how important is it that it knows where we're at?
As far as like being able to get to you,
I assume he means like, is it going to alarm anybody that we've been here or whatever?
well, it looks like you guys are very far away from anything after this building currently.
All right. Well, let's hop to it.
Yep.
Because
Everybody jump on board, and I did try to pay as much attention as I could to how ships and stuff work with Two Toes over those 2 days.
yeah,
So
you
I'm
wrote
just
down
gonna-
everything.
I'm just gonna start just being like, okay, remember guys, you lower these sails and tighten this rope, and somebody get up there to the, whatever.
So you got
Mhm.
half proficiency in water vehicles. runner. So if you would roll me a
History.
let's do performance check with your half proficiency bonus added on top of that. So half of your proficient 2.
Plus 90.
I'll give it help.
Yeah.
Wait, who's getting help? A runner to remember how to sail a boat.
Which that was it?
Performance.
Performance. Okay. 19.
Perfect.
Okay.
24.
Nice.
Trying to pull up this spell really quick to see what exactly how it works.
Yeah, I was thinking none of us actually looked up the Phantom Ship spell.
I think it's a custom spell, so
Oh, okay.
there we go. Phantom reality. So let me I'm on. I'm gonna snap this for you guys right quick, and that way we all know how it works here. I thought this was in the core books. Surface of the water should be granted. The ship is garbage. Well, that takes care of your treasure problem. Action is where you can ban the ship to unleash a volley of ethereal cannon fire. Wow, that's cool. Each take 3 times. Of course, 10 minutes allowed creatures on board. Okay, so yeah, I'll just say it. You can command the ship to move, so you can just tell it to move. Essentially, whether you want to think you'll be able to know that or not.
He just starts barking out orders just like Two Toes, and it works.
Yeah.
Get us the
Avast
fuck out of the
mateys!
theater!
Avast mateys! Tighten that lug arm!
So as you start shouting stuff, the sails start to drop and it starts to blow, and you head north on this river. So
Ooh. New map.
yeah. So you guys don't know where all this
World
stuff is.
this.
Yeah.
We
So
know
this-
nothing.
Guys, I think we're in a place called Lysia. It's on that giant sign up there.
Oh, it's weird how there's big signs that kind of tell you where you're at.
Ah.
Although in this place, it could be like written in the stars.
Could be. But guys don't know this information yet as characters.
Yeah.
That's me
So-
just being a nerd.
You guys see that this river splits to the left and the right as you're starting to realize that you can just tell this ship what to do, and it'll actually do that for you.
Question.
Yeah.
Does Runner feel right acting more piratey? with this new spirit
A little
bonded with
bit.
him?
Like that. Like you didn't really write that part down. That just kind of came out. You feel an arg coming on.
No, I mean that's definitely how he talked about it. Like I think if anything, I would have been imitating Tuto's how she talked about it. Just as close as I could, right? Without, her voice in particular. But no, I only took on a part of the soul of the one guy, so I technically wouldn't have.
That's
He
true.
would be in there, right? I could consult him, I guess, if I took time to it. Maybe I
true.
hear his whispers in my head, so that could give me benefits for knowing how to sail and stuff. I'm down with that. That actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, I would say so. So yeah, this river splits off to the left and to the right. Where do you guys want to head first?
I'd say the left looks safer. What do you guys say?
I guess I can only get proximity, so we'd have to head a direction before I'd know which one would be leading to what.
I mean, just going by like the river itself and not like what's on the actual map. The left is like open river, and the right is a really sharp bank with a narrow passage in the middle of it.
No, we should probably take the ship where it'll be easier to sail, at least until we have proof that we need to go the other way.
Yeah.
So what you guys know is that there is a ever expansive river in front of you, and there is a large city approaching where this river splits.
Oh, then just head for the city. We'll get information. Apparently, people do live here.
Yeah, I suppose we could get our bearings, because it wouldn't hurt even if it's not like nearby where we're trying to get to.
Does the ship look like a ship? Like if we sail into the harbor with this, is it going to freak people out, or does it give the appearance of just a regular boat?
So in the spell description, it says it can look however you want it to look. Pretty sure it's how I read
that every time.
I would say so, yeah.
Oh, I mean, then Avril, what did you picture it looking like whenever you threw it in the water?
He was so worried about how it was decorated.
Looks
I mean,
like
now
a
it's
whole
exactly the
Christian
way
ship.
he imagined it decorated.
He passed out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Then we'll say it's like a raven themed ship with a big head of a raven in the front of it, and then
It's got trees just sprouting from the center of the deck.
it's like super natured out, like
Yeah.
all the different monas are present.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? It's super eclectic looking at the moment. So yeah, it'll turn some heads, but at least it looks like a tangible ship. It doesn't look like some kind of ghost ship, so we should be able to.
So we know
Park it at the
whenever we
harbor.
rethrow it, we can redo this.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
whoever puts it back in the water can control what it looks like.
That sounds good. Una likes this.
Yeah, that's fun. We could take turns, make it look like what we're gonna look like.
Now I'm curious if we're gonna get like some like gold and decorated one with Una, or if it's just gonna be fire.
You won't know until Una opens her bottle. Translation: Kisty doesn't know yet.
But yeah, I'll direct the ship and we'll sail it in the harbor and try to dock the ship if we could find a place to dock.
It's pretty easy. Ship, park yourself right there.
How do we control it? Is it magically controlled, or do we have to actually man it a regular ship?
We just have to tell it where to go.
Yeah,
that's even more awesome.
This is like we have a ghost crew.
Well, yeah, I'll be like, well, whoever's controlling it, make sure you stand by the tiller so it looks like, we're not drawing weird attention. Everybody look busy. Look busy.
Mm.
Okay.
Una will just simply be like, I hate ships and water. I'm just going to sit here against the mast and do absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Just don't light anything on fire then.
That's why I'm
I just
sitting
don't-
here.
I just assume Nietzsche would be in the crow's nest and Avril would be doing what he was doing on the boat before, like pulling ropes and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Swinging around and whatnot.
Yeah.
What's Blackwell doing?
I don't know. I honestly do not know. What do you tell Blackwell to do?
Man the tiller. Look like you're steering the boat.
All right, Blackwell will go to the giant stick sticking out in the middle of the thing and act like he's steering it, even though he's just kind of got his hand resting on it and it's steering itself.
I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of boat Blackwell made. Did he make one with like a giant tiller, or is it like a ship's wheel, or?
With Avril, I assume it's a giant wheel.
Way oversized.
Yeah.
Like an exaggeration of a wheel. Yeah, then I guess you'd be using that.
All right.
Crow's nest looks like an actual crow's nest with like sticks and twigs put together and formed into a nest.
Okay, so what my notes here.
It's a pretty big city. Now
So
see why you need the time.
As
Yeah, this
you,
is no joke.
yeah, as you guys arrive into the city and dock on the port, this city looks like it is made of artless architecture of gray stone, blocky masses that are cold. You see a few figures in the streets meandering around, performing mindless, repetitive tasks. As you're docking and getting things ready to step off of the ship, you hear a bird almost, and then it sounds like a scream as you see a black winged creature fly overhead and grab one of these figures and take it off in the distance.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You know, I
okay.
was trying to fight that thing.
This is like a City of the Dead kind of place.
Could be. Yeah.
Well, don't get picked up.
Well, if I get picked up, I'm making myself very heavy, or I'm toasting it on fire, and one of you is gonna have to catch me.
Fair.
So, are there any of the weird beings nearby or not?
You've seen it fly behind like a building and off into the distance, so it looked like it picked it up and flew away.
I mean, like the other one's just walking around.
Oh, these figures? Yeah, there's probably hundreds to thousands of them walking around. It looks like, upon a first glance, this would look like a normal city, except for the artless gray stonework that makes up the buildings.
It reminds me of Off. If you ever played that.
It's like a city, but it's lost all the part that makes it unique or spectacular. It's no festivals, no parties, no nothing. It's just neutral.
Yeah. It's kind of like the antithesis to what creativity breeds. I'm going to try to address one of the figures.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a name of the country.
Make sure we drop anchor and everything and secure the ship and all that before I follow him.
Want
Yeah,
to
you
put
guys.
this ship back in the bottle so we don't have someone steal it?
I think it'd be really difficult to steal a whole ship.
The ship does what we ask it to do.
I know. Well, it does what we ask it to do. Does it just do what anybody asks it to do? It steps on
I
board?
don't know. That's why I'm
If we
saying.
put it, if we put it in front of the bottle in front of everybody, they're gonna know about the bottle on the ship, and we're gonna immediately stand out.
And what's wrong with that?
I just don't want to get noticed unless we're sure we want to get noticed.
Ugh. You know I
So-
crave attention.
Blackwell, you go to try to greet one of the figures. It looks like a humanoid figure. As they turn around to look at you, though, they're wearing a mask. They kind of just look at you and kind of push you out of the way as they keep moving past about their business.
just go on about the business, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I suppose we could explore the town and see if there's anything worth taking in, but at a glance, it seems rather bland.
Well, if the normal people won't talk to us, maybe there's a leader or somebody in charge of this place that'll talk to us.
Very
Well-
true.
If everyone and everything around us is very bland, and Una kind of looks at herself, I stand out like a fucking sore thumb.
No, we can only do so much.
I think we
This
each
guy's self looks bland as fuck.
Okay.
So something I wanted to speak to with about Runner. I would mention that his being connected to the Blind Eternities now, because he's worried about losing his heritage, makes him closer to the Thran than he's ever been, right?
I mean, the culture and the is the part that I'm missing. That's the part that I feel like I've lost.
Right, because you said you're having trouble accessing those memories.
Yeah. So the magic would just be one thing, right? There are people among my people. There have been people that didn't have magic or didn't have the ability to do it, but it's everybody has, the tattoos and the connection, and there's magic and all that kind of stuff is still part of it all. And I've lost that some element of that.
Well, I wasn't talking about the magic so much as I was the culture.
Yeah.
Or the heritage. That's what I meant to say. Because you have lost the culture you grew up with at a glance. You haven't been able to delve into it and try to relive or go through the sword and ask questions or anything. But your heritage it seems that you've gotten a little bit closer to your roots.
Maybe.
Just a
Right
thought.
now, I don't even know what all this means. The sword reacted back there. So it did something. It does more than just hit stuff. I just have to figure out how it all works.
I felt that you were more closely connected to the sword now. Perhaps a part of you is inside that sword as well.
That sounds disconcerting.
Well, it seems that tuning with it, you became part of a legend.
Yeah, but legends can be good or they can be bad.
True. But if this one spirit is of any consequence, then it means that there's a way out of it at the end of the road.
Well, hopefully it's not death like it was for him.
Well, it seems from the way he said it is death isn't the way out. Rather, you must seek your own freedom through other means. And if we are able to find out the way to free him, we should be able to find out a way to free you.
All I know is that when I see Bolus, I am going to take out everything I'm feeling right now on him.
Oh, what's that?
But yeah, we'll be kind of chatting, I guess, as Zix is going to make for, it's the biggest spot, so I'm making for here. I don't know if everybody else is going to follow, but Along the
Una's-
way, if I see somewhere to buy a fucking coat or a shirt or something like that, then I'll grab something.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
where
want to break up the party.
Zix,
Where you
you
headed
sure
to?
you don't want to borrow one of my dresses temporarily?
No, I just don't think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna get in the way of the sword.
Well, I mean, we can alter it. I mean, look at me.
I also need to
I fixed my outfit. I'm bland as fuck now.
I also need to get
By
a
the way-
scabbard for this thing because it's just like an open blade. I'm just holding it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. By
We
the
need
way,
a
have you
sheath for
tried
that.
to sheath it or send it away like you did with your spear?
I mean, I haven't tried. I can try. I'll try to, from at least as close to I remember, I can think about. I'll try to will it to disappear. But it stays in my hand.
That's
Oof.
another thing we'll have to experiment with.
It's like
did
Nee
you-
with his mask all over again. Speaking of which, how is Nee handling all of this? Because thinking about it, we're in an area with the dead, and he's wearing an undead mask.
He is
Oh.
mesmerized.
Are the people that getting close to them? Has anything happened to them?
No, actually.
I guess that would
Oh.
make sense. What worse could happen there? I'm just running off the idea that these are a bunch of dead people. You're already dead. You can't die in the dead place.
Or can
It
you?
doesn't. Well, it doesn't help us. We could probably die in the dead place because we're alive.
So where did you say you wanted to head, Zix?
I'm gonna head for this big giant building on the very highest part of the city.
Okay.
Unless somewhere along the way I see somebody that looks more, physically, like mentally there, I guess. Then
Yeah.
I'll veer toward talking to them. And then along the way, I just want to keep an eye open for any kind of like clothing store I can just nab a coat
Okay.
from on the way.
So as you walk through, you see several people on the dock area. You see one holding a fishing pole, staring out into the river, but there's no line on it. Continue on. You see a guy throwing a net into the river and just pulling it back out. To your right, you see a guy lifting a crate and moving it to on top of another crate before staring at it for a moment and then picking it up and putting it back where it was. You cross over the bridge. Oh, what was that?
It's like they're going through the motions of life, but they're not really here.
Residual
You see?
haunts. Yeah.
It's like they remember from what they did in life, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. So you keep going. You see a lady. She looks like she's pulling up a bucket from a well, and then you look at it, and it's just two pulleys with a fully circular rope. She just keeps pulling it. As you continue up the road, you do see a building. These buildings are like Titanic, like huge structures, but they're seemingly erected without a plan. You head through this endless slum before you come across one of the buildings that, at first glance, looks like a storefront. But where a sign dangles in the wind, it's kind of like a triangular shape, like an odd, not like a circle or a square or something you're accustomed to hanging out from as a sign. And it's just got these black scribbles across it. And it kind of like crookedly swings and twists in the wind.
I'll peek in the door. Hello? Anybody in here?
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d6, please.
Oh no. Six.
As you open the door to this structure and shout hello inside, you hear a large, like an echo that residuates throughout the large, empty chamber before you. On the ground, you do see something laying in the center of the room. Now, it looks like a couple things.
Oh, guys, it's empty in here, but there's some stuff in the middle of the floor.
Hang on. Let me, let's see if I can use one of my small creatures to go check it out. I mean, it could be a trap or, something to catch living things since everything's dead around here.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can get a rat or a weasel.
I send in my dire wolf.
It's a giant badger.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, your badger pops out.
Okay. Go to the middle of the room, see what that stuff is, and bring it back here. Go.
Starts to crawl its way over there. Kind of sniffs it around. Kind of pushes on it. It seems to move. Doesn't seem to hurt him or anything. And he comes back.
Is he holding it, or is he just...
If you want him to grab it, yeah. There's 3 different things here. He's just going to grab the largest thing.
Okay.
It's a rolled up parchment sheet. Kind of brings it over to you.
I'll take the parchment and unroll it.
Okay.
What does it say?
Cautiously, with like one eye open, the other eye closed, is this going to blow up in my face?
So you see it roll out, and now you guys have a map that you just seen before, so you do know where things are at.
Hey, it's a map!
Hey,
Look at that!
That's handy.
Yeah. Go
Hey,
get the other thing.
See if the chunky boy can grab the other 2.
Yeah, go bring the other 2 things. Go.
So he runs in. The next thing looks like a book. As he's trying to drag it, he kind of has to pick it up and move it a little ways, but he struggles, but he gets it over.
Honey badger don't give no fucks. Come here, you.
Go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll another d6 for me when he goes.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Ladies first.
5!
5.
Heck yeah.
This is the book that you get.
Ooh! The Theron Mythos. God of Deception? Ooh!
Oh, that doesn't sound great.
Oh, I'm so reading this.
There is still one more item that glimmers in the little light that's shining through the door.
Go get it.
He goes in to pick this one up. It's pretty small. Looks like a coin.
My giant badger's actually stronger than me.
Nice.
This is what he brings back to you. It's a little silver and gold coin.
Is that what they used to pay for things here?
I don't know. Is Blackwell with us, or did he stay on the ship?
Good question.
I was actually following you guys around.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I'm assuming we dragged everybody with us.
Blackwell, what do you think? Hand him the coin.
Oh, I don't know too much about that kind of stuff.
Would Una know anything about, since we are technically in a place of undead, would Una know anything about... Because I feel like she would know, being how she had to bury her sister, and putting coins on their eyes was a tradition of passing into the afterlife when they die.
Yeah, so...
Una's Norse mythology place, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, and for your... in your plane that you come from, definitely there is this idea of a type of currency passing to the afterlife. This could very well be something like that, yeah.
She will explain that to the party. So, You die. This was your currency. I think we should leave this one here.
For the
And
river.
she'll have her badger go take it back.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever that came from might need that.
Mm-hmm.
This,
I'm gonna give you an inspiration as well,
Ooh, sweet.
Aw. Luna's actually being a little sweet.
Love it. Yeah, I guess then we'll continue on. Kind of knowing that that places seem to function as they're supposed to. Like, we looked into a place that looked like a store. It had objects for us to have, but it wasn't. There was nobody manning the store. It wasn't the way it was. It was like everything in the city is built to go through the function of being a city, but it's not necessarily. It's not an actual city. I guess we'll continue unless anybody else has an idea. I'll continue on toward the large building at the pinnacle of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep seeing these people. They all wear masks. They're like all gray skinned, and they wear like these thin like togas and things like that. As you continue through, you see a lot of people doing the same like meaningless tasks. Like you see a guy holding some cards, and he drops them on the ground, picks them up, puts them in his hand, and then drops them back on the ground. Then suddenly you're kind of like watching this guy as you're passing through. You see another one of these black winged figures come in and pick him up and fly back up into the air.
I wonder if this place is just supposed to keep a soul busy until they're ready for the soul to return to the living. You think there's like a reincarnation kind of thing here with this world?
Maybe this has to do with souls that aren't ready to pass on yet, considering they still had their currency, and this seems like a poor imitation of lot living.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Maybe maybe these are people just like still stuck between the, with the idea of being alive.
Right. Also, this was like the first place on the trip on the River of Souls. So maybe the further we go in, the more people accept their fate.
Well, that's possible.
It's possible. Una is reading the book as they're walking, by the way.
Okay.
Anything good in there?
There might be. Let's see here. Phoenix, the shadow is a shadowy, mysterious figure. When appearing before mortals, he prefers the form of a willowy humanoid with ashen gray skin, clad in elegant robes. He has also been known to appear in a variety of animal forms, includes shapes of asps, mockingbirds, or rats. Regardless of his shape, a mask forever conceals the blank face of the first returned. I think we may be seeing Phoenix. Or is that supposed to be Phoenix? My reading is atrocious.
Phoenix is how I pronounce it.
Or either that or this is the place where he comes from, because everybody here is wearing masks. But I don't see anybody wearing really elegant clothing yet.
No, but the bird thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
The
we
weird
should
bird
go ahead.
people.
Maybe we should just go ahead and head deeper down the river then.
You think we should head back to the ship instead of going up to the top of the... Do I feel like I'm getting closer at all to either of the souls I was going after before?
As you kind of meander around the city, you feel like going into the city, you guys have gotten closer, but there's not much of a change as you're like kind of walking around the city.
I would say what's important is finding out whether going to the east or to the west makes you feel closer.
I'd also like to really get some answers as to maybe somebody could help figure out where these people could be. We could just get like a firm answer about where we're going.
Right. I just have the feeling that the only one who's able to give us the answer here is that guy flying around, and he doesn't seem to care about us considering we're not them, the masked people.
You do see next to where the guy just got picked up, there is a. It looks like some kind of odd mockery of a tavern. Like it's got the typical like stables and stuff outside, but like the door is built around a window that is hanging inside of this door frame. Looks like you can open it still, but it's odd.
Weird. I send the badger in first, if I can.
Okay, you'll have to open the door for it. It can't really.
Yeah, I'll open the
door.
door for my giant badger to go in.
Okay, roll a d6 for me.
Woo! 6!
6. All right. So as you peek inside, it's like a similar sight. This large empty room. There is a table inside of here, though, and on it sits 3 items.
Another room with 3 items. Una this time will walk in and go to the table and look at the items.
Okay. As you approach, you see that there's 2 books and 2 coins sitting on this table. Go ahead and roll me 2d6s.
Okay.
Wow.
Triple. What the fuck? Whoa.
Okay, so first book you see is it's actually more like a note. It's an excerpt from A Hero's Path, titled Path of Lathos. Secondly, this one is a book. It's a Therian Mythos Volume 2, Therios, God of Passage. And 2 more similar coins near the books.
Una will leave the coins. She will show the book and the note to everyone.
I don't know if it says anything in there, but the Therios Mythos Volume 2, it would describe that these coins you keep seeing are called Malatian coins, and they're used to pay Atheros to earn passage in another place of this realm.
So it is to pay the ferryman.
Yeah.
So Una was right. It's the currency for
but are
for
we
the
gonna
after.
need those to pay for our own passage somewhere?
Well, we have the Phantom ship. I mean, we don't technically need the ferry to the afterlife unless we absolutely have to get that soul of yours that we're looking for.
I mean, I don't know. It
I
sounds
feel
like
like-
from this one thing you have here that if we can go to this Erebos's palace, there's a portal to somewhere where you can get somebody back to the life. So we just need to get that soul and then get him there.
So I guess we're going to need some coin to do that.
Not if we can. I wonder if we can bring a soul on our own ship.
I
mean, I would-
works.
I assume an ethereal being would able to just stand on the ship. I don't think that would bring him to life.
If we could transport him on the ship, we could try to take him to this this Erebos's palace.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the big building here? Are we in that place where Erebos's palace is? I'm gonna look at it. The building. Does it look like a palace?
It looks more like a solarium type of thing, where it's like meant for viewing the stars, like an observatory, I guess.
Oh, that doesn't look like a palace.
Have there been any like signs on the streets or anything?
Signs on the streets. There has
kinda
been.
like in Ravnica.
There has been, but they're kind of odd shaped, and they just have scribbles on them, like nonsensical scribbles.
Right, like it's mimicking real life.
Yeah. There's the map if you need it.
Do we learn anything about Erebos?
You guys haven't yet.
No.
Okay, that wasn't part of the other one.
No, the other one's
Athros.
Athros.
Okay, so we got the map. We're in Phileas now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I assume the guy
Oh.
we're looking for is to the right.
Who saw the statue that the Cerberus was guarding earlier?
Zix.
Yeah.
Okay. Una's gonna point out, ask it if the statue he saw matches the description in the second paragraph of the second volume. I'm not gonna read the whole thing out.
Okay.
There was a picture of the statue in the Discord, right?
Yes, there is.
Cloaked in
Yeah, I
ragged
mean-
robes.
Take that for what you will.
Okay. So, it matches the description almost close enough.
I'll let that be up to you guys, whether that fits the description or otherwise.
Una will point out that it's similar description that might have been an Erethos statue. Yeah. TH words make it hard for my lisp.
I mean, I guess that would make sense. There was kind of a dock there, and in this Erethos book, it does talk about him being the guide, the river guide. So it would make sense why that place would be dedicated to him.
Which means that was his guard dog that we technically ran into. So good thing we didn't kill it.
Yeah, I guess so. Blackwell, you really bailed us out there. Okay, so if this is the map we're seeing, it seems like we've got these two beings being referenced, Phoenix and Aethros, or Erebus, sorry. Phoenix and Erebus.
Mm-hmm. Phoenix.
So somebody at some point portrayed themselves as the river guide to hide from these two beings' attention. Aethros and Erebos.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of big players here. So, okay. So we got Phoenix, God of Deception, who was able to hide from the river guide Aethros, and whoever this Erebos is. Erebos has a palace here that within his palace is a place to Lathos. So we can assume Erebos is probably really important. If he has a path to wherever back the mortal world, I guess, which is called Lathos. So we need to find this soul, the soul of Captain Kane, and take it to the palace of Erebos. Where on this map do we think the Palace of Erebos is? For whatever reason, I'm just thinking the left one. Just something about it just seems nice.
Elysia actually looks like a castle, palace kind of thing. To the right, it looks more like caves and stuff.
So,
Which is why I think the spirit is to the right, and we need to get it to the area on the left.
that's entirely possible.
Mm. So we have a little bit of a game plan here.
I mean, unless the soul we're looking for is close to the place where it needs to be, right? And if that's the case, then that just means we need to travel there, which we knew we were already going to do it anyway. But if we travel over to the portal and then we find out it was the other place, then we've got to go there and then back to the portal again. So logic would dictate that we just go to the right first and then go to the left, right? Like, is that good? I don't know.
Mm.
Could search around for more information if you'd like.
We need more.
You may find it. You may find not information. Who knows?
I mean, is this an observatory? Observatories usually are places with knowledge. I've been having a bit of brain fog since this whole sword thing, so I don't know how much help I'm going to be in researching, but Blackwell can handle that.
Yeah.
How far is the area that Runner wants to go?
It's a little ways. It's still.
It's the highest point of the city. It's like standing up. It's on there's a plateau, and then there's another plateau on top of that one. It's like Gondor style. And the very top of it is the where we're going.
Well, the thing is can we even access it? I mean, this is the common areas, if you think about it.
If we look at if the map is accurate, then we need to go back over here.
Down and around. All right.
I mean, I'm saying, is it it's like 500 feet away?
Yeah. Whatever it says on the map there should be correct. So.
Oh, as far as you can just dimension door us up to the top of the plateau. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Or dimension door some of us? We also have somebody that could fly us all up to the top of the cliff if you just wanted to fly straight to the observatory. That would be a great use of the polymorph since Una didn't get to use it earlier.
Yeah, I could change into a giant eagle and fly us up there.
Yeah,
apparently that other giant monstrosity I could turn into was only something Brecken can do, and she can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Because polymorph specifies beast, and that was a
monstrous creature. Yeah. Role-playing purposes wise,
like,
it was just because Brecken died. We can't do it anymore.
That would be a perfect place for us to pause for the night. As you turn into a giant eagle, we hop on you and start flying toward the observatory.
Yeah. I could do that.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, what's in there?
So as you guys move to the observatory, you guys can now see from this height that these black winged things are circling the skies of the city.
Ugh.
They're searching
Hello,
for something.
herpes.
Head herpes?
They got. Careful if they got herpes.
Herpes.
So yeah, these things look around the city as if they're searching for something, and one may have taken notice to you, getting your elevation from up here.
As a different black winged creature drops us off.
Well, maybe. We will find out next week. Whenever we pick it up right here.
On Ghostfire.
Yeah.
Coalition.
Yeah.
That was cool. We got a lot done this session.
A lot of exploration.
A lot of RP.
and RP.
Yeah. Plethora of topics.
Yeah. How you feeling about your change so far?